ESPN. Head over to ESPNLADreamTicket.com to enter the Dream Ticket Sweepstakes presented by Stella Rosa, America's favorite semi-sweet, semi-sparkling wine. Please celebrate responsibly. Must be 21 or older to enter.
Black Friday is their biggest sale of the year and the best time to upgrade, but it's only here for a limited time. Shop now at Dell.com/deals. That's Dell.com/deals.
It is Mason and Ireland on 710 ESPN. Don't get it twisted, yo. The most downloaded sports radio show in Los Angeles. The podcast, that is.
Mason and Ireland, the #1 most downloaded sports podcast in Los Angeles. The #1 most downloaded sports podcast in Los Angeles. And we thank all of our podcast listeners for that.
If you ever miss a moment, get your fill anytime. Just search Mason and Ireland wherever you get your podcast.
Interesting.
It's an actual
Oh, my thing's not working. My thing's not working. My board's not working. That's okay. Do you have, there you go. Thank you. So, interesting. Monday is Cyber Monday, right? So Friday's Black Friday. Monday, Cyber Monday. Tuesday is Travel Tuesday.
What does that mean?
It means it's the day to book airline tickets and trips and all that kind of stuff.
Sounds like a trap.
Okay. Speaking
It's a trap.
Here's the trap. If it's Travel Tuesday and you can buy a trip you can have a trip anywhere in the world, what would be your choice, O'Shea Jackson Jr.?
Tokyo.
Really?
Yeah,
what
absolutely.
about Tokyo?
Everything about me is Tokyo, Mace. My PlayStation's on pause right now. I'm watching anime on it.
Really?
Like, bro, I love Tokyo. Yeah.
Have you been there?
I've been to Nagoya, Japan, but not Tokyo. And also when we went there, the hotel was in the airport, so we never left, and like we couldn't be late for the flight. But
that's nice. So you never left the airport?
Never left the airport.
Oh, well, what kind of trip is that?
Yeah, like, dude, and my dad, like, the concert that he threw was inside of a hangar.
Oh,
so
okay.
it was like,
That's actually kind of cool.
Yeah, it was cool, but I didn't get to see none of Japan.
Right. Yeah.
So, Japan, you guys owe me, man.
Tokyo is a super cool city. I went for, let's see, I was there for the Olympics.
Was that Nagano?
Yeah, that was Nagano, and I hung out in Tokyo before that. Bergman, what about you?
So I've always wanted to go to Greece.
Oh, Greece is so great.
I think that's the next place that I'm going to go to
Food's
when I get a
probably crazy.
real big trip.
I got
it's
into
great.
so much trouble in Greece.
That
You got a
boy.
story? Give us one good Grease story.
Nope.
Off the air Grease.
No,
Grease
off
story?
the air grief stories. Yeah,
but I would
grief
love to
stories.
hear some of
You
those.
think you know a guy.
Yeah. All right, Brian. Travel Tuesday. Where are you going?
I think I'm going to Scotland. I've always wanted to see.
Scotland?
Yeah.
You know, my very first trip to Europe was Scotland.
I've heard it's amazing too. All the
It's
castles and stuff
great.
too. Like, I'd love to see
Dude's
it.
trying to play
Do
golf.
you play any? Yeah, exactly. Do you play any golf?
I do not, but
Go to
you
St.
know.
Andrews anyway.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Why
So
not?
when my very first trip to Europe was Scotland, and the actual reason was I wanted to go to Loch Ness, which is a stupid
Nice.
reason to pick a trip.
Hey,
Sounds like a great reason to me. I want to see it.
Okay, so
There it
I
is.
land at Gatwick or whatever, London airport, and I rent a car and I start driving to Loch Ness, and I immediately totaled the car.
Oh, no. This sounds like a Hallmark
I-
movie waiting to
I
happen.
drove over like this big block of cement at a gas station, or as they would say, a petrol station.
Yeah,
and
annoying.
snapped the axle of the car.
Did a kindly bartender come out and help you and let you stay at his place for a night?
Did not work that way. It was not a Hallmark move.
It sounded like it.
So I call immediately. I'm like, I took all the insurance, so you can walk away from the accident. I called the car company. I explained what happened. They said, okay. And I said, so are you going to send in another car? And they said, absolutely not. We're sending you another car. So I ended up hitchhiking to Loch Ness. And I hitchhiked with this trucker guy. And he took me all the way to Loch Ness, and that's how I got there. And then, of course, I think the idea of the Loch Ness Monster is ridiculous, but I did go out on a boat on the loch, and I held my camera just in case.
Just in case.
Just
my
in
head
case.
just popped up
And
out
by
of
the
the
way,
water.
I was not the only one. Everybody had their camera ready just in case.
Like, if you're actually going to go look for Loch Ness, don't you think that, if there's 1,000 people on this lake, that it just won't come up?
No, it's true.
Yeah.
It's true.
It might be not at that point
Right,
that
not
it
at
comes
that
up
point.
to stick its head out.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Travel Tuesday. Let's see. I am
So,
going to.
Where are you going?
I'm going back to Prague in the Czech Republic. Prague is a hell of a
Whoa.
fun town. What's
Okay.
whoa?
I mean, like, I've never heard nobody say that ever.
Really?
Yeah.
Prague is a great town.
Okay.
It's a great food in
Yeah.
Prague. We stayed at the coolest place, and every restaurant had pate. That was the big.
Every
that's the big.
single one.
Every single one. There was every kind of pate in the world, and I love that. So I would go to Prague.
Now, when I shot Den of Thieves, I went to Tenerife, which is on the Canary Islands, which is Spain's Hawaii.
Yeah.
That's a beautiful place.
Yeah.
Like the island is magical. The food, you can eat whatever you want and not really gain anything.
Really?
Because it just doesn't have what we put in our food
Right,
over there.
right.
But it's the same thing, and they grow everything on the island. It is a magical place. And Ireland, shout out to Ireland.
Shout out to Ireland.
Shout out to John.
Shouts out to you.
Cocaine Bear, we shot that in Ireland.
Did you really?
Yeah, we shot that in Ireland.
Ireland's beautiful.
Everybody just kept. First of all, when I got to the airport and we're going through customs,
Yep.
everybody kept looking at my name like O'Shea. O'Shea's an Irish name. I don't really look Irish, so I kept getting they kept holding up
What's
my
your last
ID to
name?
my face.
O'Shea
Yeah.
O'Shaughnessy.
And then everybody knows where Bono lives. Because, every time I got in the car with somebody, they're like, Bono lives over here. Like,
Really?
I don't want to know that.
Yeah.
And Enya, too. Shout out to Enya.
Enya and Bono are neighbors?
No, they just,
all right.
everyone
Just
knows
live
where
in the
you
same
guys
place.
live.
Yeah.
Watch out.
Got it.
So on Tuesday next week, I'm going out of town. I'm leaving.
Yeah,
to
where are you
go-
going?
I'm going to Hawaii.
Oh,
So,
beautiful.
Oh.
Where in Hawaii?
Mr.
And
Moneybags.
Yeah,
Not really.
exactly.
Gotta save up for that kind of stuff, man. Kauai. So we're gonna go to Kauai, and it's
Leonard.
gonna be from the 3rd to the 8th. But it's Travel Tuesday that day. Should I cancel my plane flight tickets and get the tickets on Tuesday?
Hell no, bro.
no.
You already locked in. Don't
No,
do that.
no, I don't think you'll
I
get a
think
good
that would
deal.
Put me in a bad spot.
I don't think that will not be a good deal. By the way, I wanted to mention we were talking about it. Wicked did 114 million, and Gladiator 2 did 55.5. So
Now,
that
wait,
really
is that
is
good?
unbelievably similar to Barbenheimer.
Is that how it worked too?
Yeah, Barbenheimer was gigantic, and then Oppenheimer did like 50, and that's almost the exact same thing. So the movie theater people did it right.
Listen, wherever you can take the kids, they're going to go there.
Yeah.
You know, I never saw Oppenheimer.
Yeah.
Really?
It's
good.
It felt
I
like
saw it
3
twice.
hours of a bomb exploding.
I saw it
and
twice.
I just don't really need
I
to
watched
do
it
that.
once in the theaters and watched it once at home. It's a great movie.
Listen, those super long, like, I need to be in the right mindset. I watched The Irishman and felt like I was held hostage.
I watched
That
The
was
Irishman.
4 hours of nonsense.
I watched The Irishman in the theater and then watched it at home as like a 3-part miniseries.
Twice? You saw that twice?
I saw it twice. But
You're
the
a
second
sicko.
Why would you do that?
I thought it was a fantastic movie.
Sicko.
Oh, are you kidding? You get to see those 3 guys together, you're like, I'm all in.
Bro, I was
You're just
watching
there
that
for the actors, not for the movie itself.
Correct.
I
The
was
actors
watching
are
that
great.
movie and I text my parents like, I just want you guys to know I'm okay. All right, I've eaten, I'm fine. Just don't call.
This movie is just really, really long.
Yeah.
So, Rams got absolutely steamrolled last
I think
night.
Saquon's still running.
God. And you know whose fault it is?
New York.
McClendon.
Dave Singer.
Dave Singer.
Oh.
Oh, did he come stop by and say hello? Oh, my God.
So Dave Singer came to see us at the start of the second half.
Did
and
you
do you
tell
remember
him?
the first play of the second?
Yeah.
Barkley gone to the end zone.
Yeah.
I'm like, Dave, get out of here. He was the one that was there. We don't like guests.
So the game that I went and saw Mace, what game was that? It was before the Raiders. They ended up losing. They lost the game.
Okay. I
So
can't
whatever
think
it
what
was. So I went
Cowboys,
to
Commanders.
No. It was a Rams
the
game. So I
Rams
was at a
game, yeah.
Rams game, and I was like, oh, I'm going to go say hi to Mason Wan.
Oh, yeah.
So I went down there, said hi, took a picture, didn't put it on social media, just had a little fun with the guys, and then I left before the game even started. Afterwards, I went to the Raider game, and the first thing Juan said to Mace before he left the house was,
I don't want to see Bergman here.
because they don't want anybody coming by. Jorge
Right.
went there
It's
for a Niner
super
game.
bad luck.
They lost.
Yeah.
It is super bad luck when somebody comes to visit us. So I am never going to again mention the section that we are in.
I think
feel
everyone
that.
knows.
Although you know it's kind of cool. So I go there every game, and a bunch of people, we're like all know each other, right? And so it's fun because you've got this group of people that you've gotten to know a little bit through football. One of these guys is like running the world. I'll say it off the air, but he's like a gigantic power player in the business. And the other one is the guy who created American Dad. Do you know that show,
I
American
love
Dad?
that show.
Yeah, he created American Dad. But it's a good group because we all know each other. It's all really cool.
I thought that was Seth MacFarlane. Wasn't
Yeah,
it?
It was him with Seth
with Seth.
MacFarlane.
Okay,
Yeah. But I'll tell you, there are Philly is the best team we've seen all year.
Yeah.
Philly is really good, and Saquon Barkley over 300 yards of total offense last night. He's not Hall of Fame. He's an MVP candidate
I
for
think
sure.
they saw, from what I saw, he's third in MVP voting right now behind Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson. Which
He's now 6-1 to win MVP.
what he's done by going to Philly has completely changed his entire career. By him going there, they've changed the whole team, the whole offense. He looks fantastic. He's got almost 1,400 yards already.
Yeah.
The guy is just...
He's got a
their
chance at
offensive-
2,000 yards.
The biggest thing, that offensive line is big enough to just create holes for him that he was not getting in New York.
Yeah.
So the fact is that the defense for the Rams had looked good all season long, and he ran all over them.
Okay, I think he will run over. Obviously,
anyone.
has been running over a lot of teams, and I don't
That
think
wasn't a shot at the Rams.
it
but
was
they had
not.
been
It was not a must-win game for the Rams. It would have been a really nice treat for them to win the game, but the games they got to win are against the bad teams, and so this is make or break on Sunday against New Orleans. They go to New Orleans. You've got to beat the bad teams because Buffalo is coming in next. So you gotta stay right around 500 and be right in that spot. Get back to 6-6 this next week, and you got to look at the rest of the division because San Francisco is now tied with the Rams.
They're hurt.
Arizona and Seattle lead the division, but the Rams are only one game back. I mean, it's the winner of the division will make the playoffs. There will not be a wild card from this division.
They can, though.
You think so?
They can, because if you look at the standings, the Washington Commanders are still somehow that number 7 seed, and they were just terrible. What happened to them against the Cowboys was just absolutely pathetic. They're falling apart.
Yeah.
So below them is just Arizona, Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay's 5-6, just like the Rams. The Rams, Niners, someone can jump over
Yeah,
the Commanders.
All right.
So you have two different shots at it.
You got to get
win
on
the
a
division.
run.
You want to win the division. That's the way you're going to get in. But
yes.
if you just win a couple of games and can pass the Commanders,
the question is, does
get
9 wins get you into the playoffs?
Possibly. I don't know if the Commanders get 9 wins.
Yeah.
They're bad right now. That offense is sputtering.
So maybe, I think 9 wins is a question mark. There are teams that have won 9 that have not gotten into the playoffs. 3 in the last 4 years.
So you think 4-2. You think with the schedule you have left, I don't know exactly what it is.
Yeah.
The schedule you have left, you can go 4-2 for the Rams. With the beat up offensive line where McLennan looks just absolutely bad out there. Even Steve Avila didn't look very good. Bo Limmer's looked pretty good at center.
Bo Limmer's been very good at center, but
center.
you're right. They're waiting for Rob Havenstein to come back for that right tackle spot. Avila, I think, is fine. Limmer's good. I actually think Alaric Jackson has been really good. It's the other side of the line that's problematic.
Just getting through that right side.
And Stafford got sacked 5 times, got hit multiple times. He never really had much of a chance. Puka was great. Kupp made the touchdown catch. Kyron Williams was decent, although he's got a fumbling issue. Fumbled on the very first drive of the game.
You know, he has 8 fumbles in the last 2 years, and that's the most, tied for the most in the NFL. Hey, where were you sitting when Jared Verse just absolutely destroyed their left tackle?
In my seats.
Did you see it? Could you see it pretty well in front of you? I don't know. I didn't see where it was.
It can be hard to follow. That's the one thing about a game. You know less about it when you're there.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Like if I was home watching the game, I'd say, oh yeah, Collinsworth or whatever Aikman said, But this, when you're at the game, you're just like trying to follow it.
There was a play in the first half where Jared Verse got a running start, and I forgot what the left tackle's name is for the Eagles, but he's a really, really good left tackle. Absolutely flattened him on the way to Jalen Hurts. It was an incredible play. He was that strong. Jared Verse is a dude. That guy is good.
So I think one of the problems that they had last night was they were too aggressive on defense. They laid back. They went right at Jalen Hurts when really you've got to worry about the edges and room for him to run because he had multiple scrambles that went for first downs or went for long gains.
And they looked like he was jogging at certain points.
He is such a great player. Such a great player.
Crazy strong.
He's such a good player.
Yeah. Just such a good player?
He's not great.
Oh, Jalen Hurts? I think he's pretty great.
No, man. You good. He's not great, bro.
No, I
watched Phillip Rivers for years. I know good.
Right, but if you squat 600 pounds and you can do that tush push.
Tush push.
Oh, I remember the bush push too.
Yeah.
That's technically against the rules.
And it was against Notre Dame also.
Against Notre Dame, yes it was. All right, come back next. We're going to do some sports graffiti. 877-710-ESPN. 877-710-ESPN. Whatever you got. Obviously, we got the Lakers have lost 2 in a row. What's wrong with them? We got the Rams getting rolled by Philly last night. We got USC just hammering UCLA on Saturday at the Rose Bowl. Just hammering them. 877-710-ESPN. We'll get some of your calls in here next. Make sure you're good. 15, 20 seconds to say anything you want. O'Shea Jackson Jr. is hanging out. Bergman's here. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
710 ESPN, the destination for LA sports this fall.
Here comes LeBron and slam dunk right in Paul George's face and a foul.
Lakers basketball.
Got it back. Another 3. Good. What a night for Austin Reeves.
Rams football.
Cup of the 6. Cup to the pylon. Touchdown, Cooper Cup. Touchdown, LA.
The USC Trojans.
Hands off the marks. Up the middle. Into the end zone. Touchdown. They're going wild in half of this stadium as the Trojans are going to pull off the upset. How do you do?
LAFC.
Oh, flip for LA Football Club. Diddy.
The LA Kings and Angels baseball.
The all-new ESPN LA app, your destination for LA sports.
Hey, it's Sedano. LA is the home of champions, so celebrate like a champion with Tequila Mandala. Award-winning artisanal small batch premium sipping tequila. Our friends at Tequila Mandala turning tequila fans into Tequila Mandala fanatics. Made from the finest mature agaves to bring you the perfect sipping tequila, from their blanco to their flawless year extra añejo. Up your game with Tequila Mandala and experience the best award-winning premium tequila. Available everywhere fine tequilas are sold. Visit tequilamandala.com for more details.
This season, the Lakers are debuting their 2024-25 City Edition uniform, the California Destiny. For the first time, the team is featuring Lake Show across their jerseys. This uniform reflects Los Angeles and highlights the idea that people come to this city not only to pursue their dreams, but to reach their full potential. Visit Lakers.com or the Lakers store to get your own Lake Show City Edition jersey and other Lakers City Edition merchandise now.
Miss the good old days when everything was more affordable? Well, Kia of Carson is bringing them back. Black Friday deals are here all month long. This is your chance to save thousands on the exciting Kia lineup, including the new EV, hybrid, and plug-in models. Or you can enjoy deals on classics like the rugged Telluride, the sporty K5, and the all-new K4 sedan. Whatever you need, Kia of Carson most likely will have it in stock as one of the largest Kia dealerships in the country. Head over now or online at KiaofCarson.com. Hurry in for best selection.
Hey guys, it's Sedano. At Los Angeles International Airport, changes are arriving daily to help reduce traffic, save travelers time, and transform the travel experience. The LAX Economy parking structure is now open with thousands of smart parking spaces, as well as hundreds of EV charging stations. Modernized terminals have biometric gates for faster boarding, and in the future, the People Mover train will connect travelers to LA Metro. For more information, go to their website, flylax.com/transforming-LAX. That's flylax.com/transforming-LAX.
710 ESPN, your home for the 17-time world champion Lakers.
KSPN Los Angeles, a Good Karma Brands radio station.
It is Mason and Ireland on 710 ESPN. Don't get it twisted, yo. The most downloaded sports radio show in Los Angeles. The podcast, that is.
Mason and Ireland, the #1 most downloaded sports podcast in Los Angeles. The #1 most downloaded sports podcast in Los Angeles. And we thank all of our podcast listeners for that.
If you ever miss a moment, get your fill anytime. Just search Mason and Ireland wherever you get your podcast.
Hey, it's a Michelob Ultra Reaction Monday, reacting to Rams-Eagles last night, SC hammering UCLA Saturday at the Rose Bowl, plus Lakers-Kings, so much more. Thanks to Michelob Ultra, 2.6 carbs, 95 calories. It's only worth it if you enjoy it. Bergman's here. O'Shea Jackson Jr. is hanging out. Going to hit the phones for sports graffiti. Let's say where we're starting. It is Don. Don, you're on sports graffiti. Go ahead, Don.
Hey, guys. How you doing?
Great.
Listen, I just want to say a couple things. Mace, if I knew you wanted to meet the Loch Ness Monster, I could have hooked you up before I got divorced.
Oh!
The other thing...
I don't even go that far.
The other thing was Deshaun Foster was an idiot in that game, going for it on 4th down deep in his own zone. He pretty much handed them the game. But the thing that really got me, I'm not a fan of SC or UCLA.
Okay.
I kind of like both teams, and that's where it ends. But those two clowns planting the flags after the game like they just won a national championship.
Yeah.
I mean, that was pathetic. I couldn't even believe that. And to me, that just goes to show that Lincoln Riley has no control of that team, because that was ridiculous. And I'm going to go on the record right now, and I think Notre Dame is going to boat race them. I see it coming. They're horrible.
All right. Thank you very much. By the way, they're big underdogs. I also agree about the flags. It's like,
that's just things you guys do, though. That's a normal thing. It was the sword usually gets put in there.
Yeah.
Well, let me tell you, bro. When you go to USC, when you go into that orientation, there's something that they put in the air to hypnotize us for no reason at all to hate UCLA.
Yeah, it's true.
It's just I have no problem with them whatsoever, but because I went there, I am programmed to hate that bear.
Plus, when you get bowl eligible, you plant that flag.
I mean, it was a bad season. But no, I'm with you, though. As a UCLA fan, I despise all things USC.
Well, here's
for no reason.
I'll go further.
It's just a rival.
So Juan
Like
went
the
to
Giants.
UCSB. So part of the UC, he is hates USC.
But why UCSB?
Because
they have nothing to do with
because
each other.
No, they kind of do because they're part of the California.
No, the UCSB is a UC school. USC is a private school.
No, correct. That's why he hates USC.
Because it's not in the UC?
Because it's a
not
private,
UCSC?
because it's where the rich kids went, is what he says.
Yeah, well, that's in
Yeah,
University
the
of
rich
Spoiled
kids
Children.
in the bad neighborhood.
Speaking of which, UCLA, UCS, rich kids too.
Yeah, man.
It's actually harder to get into UCLA than it is to get into USC,
Yeah.
but that's because you pay to get into
Correct.
USC is a oasis in the middle of a desert of gunmetal. Like, it's not a great place.
Let's go to DJ. DJ, you're on Sports Graffiti. Go ahead, DJ.
Hey, what's up, guys? Thanks for taking my call. The Lakers, man, real quick.
Yeah.
The Lakers, AD needs some help, man. They need a big man for AD. And I'll listen.
All right, thank you. They do need a big man for AD. I'll tell you, I think they're going to wind up with Jonas Valanciunas.
Yeah,
only because
Brian
Brian Windhorst
says that,
on Get Up this summer said, keep an eye on Jonas Valanciunas when asked about the Lakers.
Yeah, he signed a 3-year deal. What is he? Something like 32, somewhere around there. So if you bring him in here, he's probably going to want to start, which that's fine. Put him in the starter so you can put him next to AD. He can be the 5. AD can go to the 4 that he likes.
Right.
It makes the most sense to me. He seems like the most logical answer.
Plus,
of all
you
this.
really improve your defense.
Massively.
If you've got Valanciunas and AD on the front line.
And being in L.A., he could probably steal some commercials when they couldn't get Travis Kelce.
No, there you go.
You know, they look similar.
Let's go to Lewis. Lewis, you're on Sports Graffiti. Go ahead, Lewis.
Hey, so I got a question about the Dodgers.
Yes.
What's it going to take for Freddie Freeman, when he goes in the Hall of Fame, for him to wear an L.A. cap when they have his plaque up there? I mean, because I think right now, you know, he's got one in Atlanta, one in L.A.
True.
Is one more ring in L.A. going to give him the L.A. hat, or is he still going to go as a Brave no matter what?
It's a good question.
Where he grow up?
He was born in Los Angeles.
All right, well, then that's your answer. Ain't
Yeah,
no
he
way
was
in the
born
world.
in L.A., you're right.
Ain't no way in the world. I want a chip in L.A., won the MVP in L.A., and I'm not going to rock L.A. when I go into the hall.
Now, he was with the Braves for so long.
Yeah, he was
Hold
with
on,
them.
wait,
I was just checking too.
Let me find.
He was with the Braves for 12 years.
12
I don't give a damn.
So even if he's with the Dodgers
Okay,
for
but
another 3 years.
Maybe just for that home run. I don't think he gets a choice anymore, right? Players don't choose.
Yeah, I think you do.
I think the Hall of
Is that a
Fame
new
makes the
thing?
choice.
That's stupid.
Oh,
Why
that's
this is more
that's
reason why the
disrespectful.
Baseball Hall of Fame is stupid. If they're not letting you choose who you go in as, why would they not let you choose?
This is why I never watched. This is why I would never watch, Greg. That right there.
It was that. It was
I
because
stand with the players.
But either way, I mean, he was there for so long. You can't 12 years, and he won an MVP there. He won a World Series there. I can't imagine that he goes in. And
Wilt Chamberlain.
If he wins another World Series here, I think he probably goes in as a Dodger.
No, I think he's already set as being a Brave. Remember when he came here and he was like crying?
He cried.
He
did cry.
loved Atlanta. I think he's a Brave.
Yeah, but I love L.A.
When you think of Freddie Freeman, just because we're here in L.A., the vast majority of the nation, if they think of Freddie Freeman, they think of him as a Brave.
I think of him as a Dodger.
Well, you know what
because
that
you're
means?
a Dodger fan.
And because he hit that home run in Game 1 of the World Series.
But listen, the fact that he's here, you know what that means? Freddie, they didn't want you.
It's true.
They didn't want you,
That's right.
Freddie.
Yeah, it's true.
We wanted you, Freddie.
Let's get another one here. Let's go to Frankie. Frankie, you're on Sports Graffiti. Go ahead, Frankie.
What it do, babies? It's your boy Frankie D. Fresh.
Hey,
I gotta say that that UCLA game, USC game, was garbage.
I thought it was a beautifully played game by USC. UCLA clearly not.
By the kickers.
Yeah, no, we got a lot of field goals in that game, Frankie.
It was a soccer match, basically. And then tonight, I'm on my way, about to go to the Ravens Charger game. Want to see if Cohen wants to put some little action on it. Maybe pie in the face bet.
Little action.
Well, ain't no pie in my face.
No
That ain't
pie in
happening.
Brian's face, he says.
I already offered up the hair. You know, that's
He
enough.
did offer up the hair. That is
He
true.
gets a pass.
That
He
is
gets a
true.
pass. You also, your hair is safe.
Thank you. Thank
By
you.
the way,
I
this is
appreciate
a really fun game tonight.
Oh, it should be good.
Yeah.
Hardball bowl.
Hardball?
Yeah, I gotta say, I have always been a Chargers hater, but because of Brian Cohen and because of Logan from the gym, the other guy that's a huge Charger fan that I know,
Good guy.
I have sort of come around on the Chargers a little bit. Like, I would like to have Harbaugh on the show. Can we get Harbaugh on the show?
No.
No, yeah, this song. Oh, I hit it.
See, it works.
Oh, it does work now.
Oh my goodness!
All right.
Yeah, I mean, you can get. I'm off all next week. Go ahead and try and get Harbaugh. That's perfect.
Let's do it.
Yeah?
Come on.
Okay, let's
do
do
it.
Brian, make a
Brian,
call.
you can do it.
You know what?
No,
I'm going to try it out.
You know who can do it? Ireland, who's out all next week. By the way, next week, it is really just me.
Yeah, Laura's off. I'm off. Ireland's off.
The show... Brian, you're here.
I'm
though.
here.
Yeah, me and Brian.
I'm here. You're Funchess.
Right?
Yeah, me and Brian next week. It's gonna be. We're gonna rock. We're gonna rock.
You're gonna do great.
Let's do
I
one
can't
more. Luis, you're on. I hit the wrong button. Luis, you're on Sports Graffiti. Go ahead, Luis.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Hey, Mace. I think last night was the most disappointing Rams game of the year.
Yeah.
I thought the first couple of drives, the offense was finally rolling. I was thinking, finally, this is the year that we're going to get it all together. This is the game where we're going to get it all together. And after that, just everyone fell flat on their face. The defense obviously couldn't hold Saquon. So just really disappointing. And looking back, I just think now, I don't know if this team has it in them. They just had too many adversities to overcome. And it's a sad Monday as a Rams fan.
Yeah.
Thanks, you guys.
All right, thanks very much. Here's the consolation.
He made me sad.
The consolation is that is probably one of the top 3 teams in the whole league.
I thought they were not for real. That team is for real.
That's
team
is
really,
for real.
Really good.
Great defense. Saquon is unbelievable. Jalen Hurts is great. I mean, they got so many weapons with that team. So that's the only reason I'm not devastated. Now, if they lose to New Orleans on Sunday,
then you're devastated.
Then I'm devastated. That's the one that they absolutely must win.
You know, Philly was missing Devontae Smith too, so that's another huge receiver.
A.J. Brown had.
A.J. Brown went absolutely insane. And by the way,
I
I forgot to say it. I say it every segment, but Sedano and Cap is the best show on the radio right now.
Mason and I are the greatest.
Yeah.
You love this bit so much, don't you? It's not your favorite.
Not at all.
I made a bet. I pay my bets.
Right, but you're paying the bet on this show.
That's part of the bet. It's on this show. Yeah.
And is this
Just
a one-day thing?
One-day thing.
Oh, God. All right.
Way to do it when I'm here.
Yeah, really. All right, let's see. What are we going to do coming up? Oh, I actually have something really interesting I want to get to. And let me get to that page, and I will tell you exactly what it is.
First, it's riveting.
It is riveting. It is this. How are the Lakers handling Bronny James?
Okay.
One NBA analyst says absolutely awful. We will do that coming up next. Also, it's the ESPN LA Dream Ticket presented by Stella Rosa. Enter for a chance to win a Dream Ticket experience to the biggest game of the college football season. Go to ESPNLADreamTicket.com for your chance to enter now through November 30th. Stella Rosa Wines, the sweet taste of victory. Mason and Ireland, Bergman's here. O'Shea Jackson Jr.'s here. 710 ESPN.
Sedano and Cap.
Today at 3 p.m. after Mason and Ireland.
I will have to do a uniform change, by the way, and don't give me that look that you're ready to move on and the rest of us can't say a word. Don't give me that look. You're already, listen, I know how upset you are today, and I'm ready to move on. I got your back 1,000%, but I'm going to have to make a uniform change, and I'm going into the Walton t-shirt that you, sir, got for me while in Boston during the NBA Finals. Now move on.
Does Social team, let's pull that too.
Does it fit?
Yes, it fits brilliantly. Thank you.
Okay.
In fact, just post the whole show. Because as usual, when we're all together, which doesn't happen as much as it used to, we can be frank on that. It is a masterclass on how to do sports radio in a market this size. Travis and DeMarco and Mason Ireland could only wish to be this good.
The LA Afternoon Takeover. That's Sedano and Cap.
On 710 ESPN.
Hey, it's Travis here for Prize Picks. You know Prize Picks by now, right? Pick more, pick less. It really is that easy. Why not take what is some of the best times of the year? You got baseball, basketball, football, hockey, everything you can think of, and make it even better with Prize Picks. All you have to do is pick more or less. And right now, you can win up to 100 times your money on Prize Picks with as little as 4 correct picks. There's a reason that Prize Picks is the only real money daily fantasy platform with an injury insurance policy so that your lineups stay in play even if one of your favorite players gets injured. And if your player leaves in the first half and doesn't return, Prize Picks keeps your lineup alive. So why not join Prize Picks? It is the absolute best place to get real money sports action. Join over 10 million users, including me, and sign up today. Put in that promo code 710 when you sign up, and you're going to get $50 instantly when you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks. Run your game.
When pain keeps you from doing what you love, Hoag Orthopedic Institute gets you back to you. We are ranked number 18 in the nation and number 1 in Orange County for orthopedic and spine care by U.S. News and World Report. From the surf to the green, our world-class doctors are there, which is why more Californians choose Hoag Orthopedic Institute for orthopedic and spine care more than any other hospital. At Hoag Orthopedic Institute, there is no one better at getting you back to you. Proudly founded by premier physicians in partnership with Hoag. Learn more at HoagOrthopedicInstitute.com.
Here's the scenario. Your home is flooded and there's extensive water damage. This is when it can feel as though your relationship with your insurance has become an abusive one. They don't agree that you need a replacement living arrangement, despite it being glaringly obvious. Then, the insurance adjuster leaves you hanging. You feel abandoned with a home that is no longer livable, and you now have no other choice than to use the insurance contractor to make repairs, which includes their brazen attempt at lowballing the estimate. Okay, so here's what you do. You take a deep breath, then you call Avner Gatt. They're one of California's largest public adjusting firms, and trust me, size does matter in this case because Avner Gatt has experienced it all. Insurance companies can make you feel like a criminal, leaving you with no hope in getting your home back together. Avner Gatt knows exactly how to handle these situations. Not only do they have extensive knowledge on how to handle your dilemma, but they remain passionate about helping people. It's why Avner and his family continue to take the calls themselves at Avner Gatt Inc. They cover all of Southern California, and if I haven't convinced you with all of these truth bombs thus far, just check out what seems to be a never-ending stream of 5-star reviews on Yelp, Google, and the Better Business Bureau. So, whether you have a toilet overflow, a broken water line, a burst supply line, a broken fire sprinkler, whatever the water damage is at home, call Avner Gatt today, 818-917-5256. That's 818-917-5256, and you can go online to avnergatt.com.
It is Mason and Ireland on 710 ESPN. Don't get it twisted, yo. The most downloaded sports radio show in Los Angeles. The podcast, that is.
Mason and Ireland, the number 1 most downloaded sports podcast in Los Angeles. The number 1 most downloaded sports podcast in Los Angeles, and we thank all of our podcast listeners for that.
If you ever miss a moment, get your fill anytime. Just search Mason and Ireland wherever you get your podcast.
So I got this review. Listen to this, O'Shea Jackson Jr. This is a review of Cocaine Bear.
It's a little late.
It is a little late, but we just came across it. I had high expectations, no pun intended, for this movie, given 2 of my favorite actors are in it. O'Shea Jackson Jr. and Ray Liotta.
Whoa.
Elizabeth Banks, the directorial genius behind this movie, injects an energetic and humorous, yet violent and crude ride from beginning to end that will leave viewers in stitches and yelling, "A bear did cocaine." And what do you think of the review?
That was solid.
It was written by intern Robbie, who apparently is a movie critic on the side. Robbie, how long have you been a movie critic, man?
I did a couple of reviews for Mount Sac. Shout out Mount Sac. I did a couple of them, but I used to do some Rotten Tomato reviews under an alias, so you can't find my work online.
Oh, really? So can you tell us your alias?
No.
Well, I've got a copy of your review.
Well, yeah, that one's published, but I'm not going to tell my alias because I don't want to burn bridges.
So with Rotten Tomatoes, do they pay you for your review?
Yeah.
They do. So it's not really a real review. I don't know.
Wait, how'd you get on Rotten Tomatoes?
I just applied.
That's it?
Yeah.
It's the American way.
What's your last name, Robbie?
Robbie Doctor.
Yeah, it's
Robbie
actually
Doctor.
It's a great name, by the way.
It is a good
last
name.
name
Robbie
Doctor?
Doctor's excellent.
Last name Doctor.
The doctor is in.
Do you say that to all your family, like Doctor?
Oh, my God.
Yeah,
No,
so...
like, you used to be one of my gamer tags. Because like when
You
I
were
played
Robbie
on
Doctor?
No, when I was on Xbox, my name was Professor Doctor. We gotta
Well,
get flick,
well
bro.
done,
We
Robbie.
gotta get flick,
Now,
bro.
Robbie, are you still writing reviews?
Nah.
You gave that up?
Yeah, I'm full-time here at ESPN.
Full-time intern?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right, good.
I was going to
Good.
give him a
well
funny
done,
name.
man.
Now I
well
gotta call
done.
him Robbie, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Robbie Doctor. Yeah, Robbie Doctor.
So I came across Charles Barkley talking about Bronny James.
He always holds back.
Let me tell you something. Bronny, yeah, go ahead. Go ahead, Chuck.
Here is Barkley on how he thinks the Lakers are handling Bronny James.
You've handled it awful. Awful. I actually, I thought it was because it was so fun. I was taping that match with Ken Griffey Jr. about way before the season started. He was telling me him and his dad were going to go out for that first game. And then I was with my foolish friends, later, you think Bronny's going to make the opening day roster? I'm like, there's 100% chance. There's no way in the world Nike is flying Ken Griffey Sr. and Jr. out there, and Bronny don't get on the court with his dad.
Right, and his dad's not going to let him play.
First of all, that's a Nike commercial waiting to happen. That's waiting to happen. But I thought it was great, a little ceremonial first game. But the kid's not ready to play in the NBA, and he should be in the G League, and so he can play basketball. He's not going to get better sitting on the bench. But also this thing where he's only going to play home games.
That's wild. Not traveling with the team.
It's it's wild. If you mean stupid, because it's not fair to him. It's not fair to the team.
He's right. It's stupid.
Right.
It's stupid. If you're going to be a G League player, you play in the G League, and that includes the road games. Now, the Lakers say, well, it's up in the air. We haven't decided. Nobody knows if he's going to not travel to all the games or whatever. But so far, he has not traveled to any of the games. And the only way you get better, and if John was here, he would say, well, no, sitting next to his father, the greatest player of all time, and taking notes and
Does he talk like that? But yeah.
John Ireland. John Ireland. But it's true. He should be playing every G League game, whether it's home or road, because the only way you get better is by playing actual basketball against other pros.
So I totally agree with you. It is it's ridiculous. John's argument isn't so much sitting next to LeBron, his father. It's about being there and going to all the practices with all the coaches that are here with the Lakers right now, by learning from J.J. Redick and all the coaches, the assistant coaches that they have. That's what he's saying is what's more important for him.
Right.
I do not agree in the slightest.
I do not either.
The fact is that all it is him just making LeBron happier.
Right.
So it's now turned into that. The narrative is now, if it makes LeBron 15% happier, then it's the good thing to do for LeBron's game and for the Lakers as a whole.
Right.
If you're talking about just LeBron, fine, say that.
Right.
But if it's about what's best for Bronny, he needs to be in the G League. He needs to be flying with the G League team.
Yeah.
He needs to be playing with those guys because he's not learning anything.
Right. The idea is to develop him as a player, Shay. And to me, if he's not playing all the G League games, I don't get it.
Yeah, the thing I hear the most when it comes to sports in general is the more reps you get, the more experience you get.
Yep.
And you're taking away from your reps. You're taking away from your reps at the highest level, which is just a damning thing to do. And yeah, I've been super supportive of Bronny. The decision for the Lakers to pick Bronny, I am all for it 100%. In no way, shape, or form would I ever be against that. But you not doing the away games.
Right.
It sends the wrong message. When I first started my acting career, after Straight Outta Compton, I realized, I'm going to be on my own.
Right.
I got to make these decisions on my own, make these choices on my own. And there was a situation where I was doing the first Den of Thieves, which is my third movie ever. And I was, for the fourth day in a row, I'm just sitting in my trailer for 11 hours, not being used because they were trying to figure things out.
Right.
Things happen on movie sets. And I called my dad, and I was like, Dad, this is like the fourth day in a row. They just haven't used me. And, I'm not trying to complain. I'm not trying to, make waves. I'm just trying to put my head down and do my work.
Right.
He goes, just leave. What do you mean, Dad? Just leave. Just leave. Just go home. Like, what do you mean go home? I can't go home. I'm not Ice Cube.
Right.
I can't. If I do that,
sure,
it sends the wrong message.
Right.
It makes it look like I am putting myself
above everyone else.
Yeah, when I haven't earned the stripes, I haven't put the work in yet.
Right.
Now I'm in going on my 10th year of being, in
a movie star.
Yeah, I can feel. I can feel those liberties now. And Bronny has to not only recognize that, I'm getting my reps in, but also the message is sending to your teammates. So when you are in the game,
Right.
how do you know if somebody even wants to give you the ball? You never even hear when we got to be road dogs.
Right.
You're messing up your team chemistry on the team that you're going to be playing with the most.
Right. And I think if you look at it realistically, you're an interesting case because your dad is very famous. You're his son. You got a leg up in the business, fair to say.
Yeah. Absolutely.
But since then, you've done the work
yourself.
And that's the one thing anybody who comes from a well-known family has to do. It's okay to get in the door that way. People do it in every single profession there is. But once you're through the door, you got to do the work. And this makes me feel like Bronny's not doing the work.
And see, the thing is, because when he does go play with them just for these home games, it's also looking at him as you're not even in control of yourself.
Right.
You have no control over what you do at any point. It's Rich Paul, it's your father, it's everybody else that's doing everything for you, telling you, no, you're going to be with the big club.
Yep.
You don't get to travel with your team. So you're saying that you're better than everybody else on the
Right.
South Bay Lakers.
Yeah.
That sounds like a problem. You didn't do it that way, and most people can't do it that way.
And what everybody who is on Bronny's team has to realize is something that my father realized on his own was LeBron, Rich Paul, everybody, you guys, LeBron thinks of what it's like to be treated like a star.
Right.
You came in a star.
Right.
Like, you know what it's like to be treated like a star, how they're supposed to treat stars. Same thing with my dad. He knows how a movie company, is supposed to treat a star. What you don't know is what it's like to be your son. Like, what that means, what new eyes are on you, what new pressures are on you, and how many little things you do will be scrutinized into, oh, he thinks he's his dad.
Yeah, it's your dad telling you to go home from the movie set.
Yeah,
It's
I can't do that.
Yeah, it's LeBron telling him, you're coming with me on this road trip.
I know.
can't do that, Dad. I got to go to the G League.
Right.
He has to stand up for himself and actually say
You know,
things
and by the
like
way,
that.
one of the places where, Sean McVay, Nepo baby. His dad was the president of the San Francisco 49ers when they were winning championships. But he went, he coached, he was an assistant offensive coordinator, he was a wide receivers coach or a tight ends coach or whatever that is, went down to Atlanta, went to Washington, now is here as a head coach. He earned his way. He got in the door because his name was McVay, but he coached his ass off to get where he is. And to me, that's the difference. And for me, it feels like Bronny is short-circuiting his own development by not playing in G League games.
And not speaking up for himself. It looks like, and I don't know what's actually going on behind the scenes.
Outside looking in.
Outside looking in for sure. It looks like he's just like, okay, I'll do whatever you say, Dad. I'll go. Papa, I'll go with you.
He does not call him Papa.
Hey, I do be calling my dad Papa sometimes.
Do you call your own dad Papa?
It's hilarious.
It is funny.
It's so old-timey.
It is old-timey. Yeah, nobody actually says that anymore, except apparently Greg and O'Shea. All right, so I want to get to Cosm. So, Shay, you've been to Cosm. You were there. When did we go? Like 2 weeks ago?
Opening night.
Yeah, opening night for the Lakers season. That's right.
Minnesota? Yeah.
Watched the
Nice.
Minnesota game there. So, describe your experience. Like, just try to put into words what Cosm is.
Well, first thing, Steve Mason texted me and asked me, do you want to go to Cosm? I was like, hell is that? I'm like, is that even a real word? I go down to Inglewood. It's this big facility. And, it's almost like they cut out maybe like a 1/8 of a crowd from an arena and put it in this building. And the food is great. The drinks, the atmosphere. They got a beautiful terrace, the rooftop. Everything is really pristine, very nice. You get great views of not only the game, but just the atmosphere of Inglewood. And then when you watch the game, you're watching it with a crowd.
Plus, it's like you're at the game.
Yeah, mostly because of the people there. Everybody there, one band, one sound. You feel the energy that you would feel from a real game, and that adds to the experience. If I'm watching it on the screen by myself, I know I'm just watching a screen.
Right.
But to feel the people there, we're all cheering at the same time, groaning at the same time. That's what makes that adds to the experience.
Very, very cool. So it's NBA Cup time. A place to experience the games like never before is Cosm, Los Angeles. Tomorrow night, big night. Me, Beto Duran, going to be live at Cosm in Inglewood. Beto's going to be doing pre- and post-game for the Lakers. I'm going to be there hanging out with people. It's Lakers Suns in the NBA Cup at Cosm, Los Angeles. And if you've never experienced it, you got to check out Immersive Shared Reality. Every play comes to life. You feel like you're at the game. Use our exclusive discount code when you go to Cosm. Get 20% off any NBA event in November. 20% off. Use code ESPNLA. Get your tickets right now at Cosm.com. That's COSM, Cosm.com. Mason, Ireland, 710 ESPN.
Whether you need a big stop late in the game.
Edwards downloaded DiVincenzo. Blocked by Davis again. Another block for Anthony Davis. Here's Reeves. Lay it up and in.
A 3-ball from downtown.
Davis for 3. Good! Anthony Davis!
Or a power slam in the paint.
LeBron down the middle. Alley-oop! AD for the dunk.
AD is doing it all this season.
We're going to empower him as much as he wants to be empowered. If he wants to be first team All-NBA and he wants to be in the MVP conversation all year long, we're going to empower him to do that.
You know, for me, I'm just trying to be aggressive and do what I have to do to help the team win. You know, Jay want me to be the hub, and, you know, but my job remains the same, to come out and be aggressive and let the team feed off of that.
LeBron's got it. Full head of steam. LeBron to AD. Slam dunk.
Catch every thrill from AD in the Lake Show this season.
Right here on 710 ESPN.
Hey, football fans, what's better than cheering on your team with an ice-cold glass of Stella Rosa in hand? How about scoring the ultimate experience at the biggest college football game of the season with an ice-cold Stella Rosa in hand? That's right, Stella Rosa is giving you the chance to win 2 tickets, airfare, and a hotel for you and a friend. So what are you waiting for? Head to ESPNLADreamTicket.com to enter. Courtesy of Stella Rosa, America's favorite semi-sweet, semi-sparkling wine. Celebrate responsibly. Must be 21 or older to enter.
It's here, the Roger Dunn Golf Shop's Black Friday sale event with special savings in every department. Save on select TaylorMade, Cobra, Callaway, and Ping clubs. Save 20% off select G4 shoes, apparel, and bags. And get the Titleist holiday gift box of 2 dozen Pro V1 and Pro V1X balls for just $99. Don't miss the Black Friday sale happening this Friday through Monday. Roger Dunn Golf Shops by Worldwide Golf, proudly serving golfers since 1965 and home of the legendary 90-day satisfaction guarantee. Get there.
Hey, John Ireland here. Are you looking to sell your home quickly and easily without having to deal with repairs or the worry of buyers qualifying for new high-interest rate loans? Call Sellers Advantage. With thousands of satisfied customers, they're the go-to choice for homeowners looking to sell their homes fast. They'll buy your home for a competitive cash offer and can close in just days, not weeks or months. No repairs are needed because they buy homes as is. They have an A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau. Sellers Advantage is the fastest and most stress-free way to sell your home. If you're ready to sell your home, call Sellers Advantage. Get a no-obligation offer at 888-390-AS-IS. 888-390-AS-IS. 888-390-2747 or sellersadvantage.com.
Don't worry, sell happy with Sellers Advantage.
It is Mason and Ireland on 710 ESPN. Don't get it twisted, yo. The most downloaded sports radio show in Los Angeles. The podcast, that is.
Mason and Ireland, the #1 most downloaded sports podcast in Los Angeles. The #1 most downloaded sports podcast in Los Angeles. And we thank all of our podcast listeners for that.
If you ever miss a moment, get your fill anytime. Just search Mason and Ireland wherever you get your podcast.
Little update. Woody Marks, who's having a great year for USC.
Yeah, 1,000-yard rusher.
Is the one who planted USC's flag on the UCLA logo midfield.
Who cares?
He saw a video of UCLA doing it last season at the Coliseum and said, I didn't like that.
What are you talking about?
Wait. This is Trojan football fan, so I love Woody for this. He took it personal. He knew how much the rivalry meant, even as a first-year transfer. He truly engulfed the Trojan tradition. Woody Marks will always and forever be a Trojan. Hands down, one of my favorite Trojans.
All right, that just changed my entire opinion on the whole thing.
Did it?
Yeah.
That tweet was everything?
That tweet was everything because I didn't care at first. Didn't
Right.
matter. I didn't care who did it, what
Right.
happened. But somebody that was not even here last year when it happened is taking it personal.
Except
That's
okay.
No, that
So
doesn't make
wait
sense.
a minute. So here's the rivalries are not what they used to be, in part because of the transfer portal.
Yeah.
Guys get their one. USC's got guys that got there just for 1 year, like Woody Marks. I think it's his 5th year of eligibility. He's going to be gone next year. But he's embracing the rivalry. Anybody that actually embraces the rivalry, I say good.
Okay. All I know is I don't know if he was there or not, but I know that you have that on Thursday. There's that big pep rally, beat UCLA, the whole thing. Yeah. Guess how many people showed up to that from the team? Like a couple of players and not Lincoln Riley. So they obviously don't care that much. The fact of the matter, it doesn't matter. You were not on this team last year. You should not flags in the middle of UCLA. You don't know anything about the rivalry. You weren't here for any of it.
Yeah.
You weren't here for the thing last year.
Yeah.
If it was somebody else that was there, cool.
Yeah.
Even if it was Kamari Ramsey, who was at UCLA the year before,
sure,
I would understand that a little bit. But no, if you weren't here, you don't get that. You don't
so
get
this
that
is
opportunity.
so you have some real fake outrage over that.
Some real outrage.
Now what?
It's fake outrage.
How much fake outrage do you have over it? Shay?
Oh, I love it.
Yeah.
I love it completely. We
Me
don't
too.
know. There is a world where he becomes friends with somebody who was on the team last year. And they expressed how much they didn't like that. What football needs is vengeance. If it's hate in your heart, let it out.
Exactly.
Fine, but if you weren't on the team,
I'm with Shay on that. With Shay on that.
No, that's dumb.
All right, so this is when we travel, we have a dog sitter. Very, very nice. She does a great job. She moves in.
Yeah.
She sleeps in the guest room. She takes care of the dog. She's really expensive.
Using up the agriculture.
Her name is Velma.
No way.
Yeah, it's Velma.
Jinkies.
Yeah. She's from some other country. I don't know which one. Somewhere in Europe, something like that. And I came across, and she does a great job, and we love her.
Mm.
So I came across this story.
Velma's good with dogs.
From Columbus, Ohio. There is a dog sitter who is traveling around and filming explicit OnlyFans content in their clients' homes, raising privacy concerns.
Is her name Velma?
It is not Velma,
Okay.
thankfully. But would you?
There goes the twist.
How much would this bother you if your dog sitter was shooting OnlyFans in your living room? I guess with your dogs.
Whoa.
Well, I mean, your dogs are there. Your dogs are there.
You went to with the dogs.
Your dogs are there. They're just present. That's all.
Either way,
they're not involved.
That is your home, your domicile. You don't don't do things in other people's houses that are not yours.
Yeah, like you. Number one, rude.
Yeah,
rude completely.
Big time.
And we have to have a serious discussion of percentages. Number one.
Yeah.
But then number two, like, no, lady, you're
Okay,
weird.
that's the other part of it too. You're paying them to do OnlyFans for them to get paid.
I'm paying them to watch my dogs, and they're working two jobs.
They're double paid.
Yeah,
they're
they're
double paid.
That's true.
And you're using my house as a closed set.
There's pictures of you and Juan behind them.
Yeah, that's true.
You don't have permits. You don't have the permit for this.
So Shay, I want to ask you. You were at one of my parties.
Yeah.
Where there was that one girl who was our dog sitter. Do you recall what I'm talking about?
Okay. Yeah. I don't
no,
remember
do
her.
you or not?
No. Why? What's going on?
Uh-oh.
This is sketching me out.
She was videoing herself having sex in our house.
She was?
Yeah.
No way!
That's a lie.
No, it's 100% true.
She was?
This is the best episode ever.
Yeah.
On your bed?
Not on our bed.
Where?
Right
on
in
the couch?
right in our living room.
On the floor, on the couch, on the table?
Yes.
We didn't take a group photo.
Wow.
No, I swear you were there.
I for sure was there. But like, dude, I met Stan Barrett there. Like,
that's right. That's right.
It was I didn't remember the dog sitter. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, she showed us the video.
She showed it to you? Did she give you money for it?
No.
Did she make money off of it?
She was just hooking up.
Oh, she just wanted it for herself?
Yeah, she was just hooking up at our house, and she had the video for herself. But I don't know why she showed it to me.
Did you fire her right after that?
Actually, no.
Yeah, because
we did not. We did not. Because
she did clean afterwards.
She did such a nice job with the dogs. The dogs really liked her, and in the end, that's the important thing.
Did she put tarps down?
I don't recall if there were tarps or not.
In the video, were there tarps?
But I have no idea where she is now. I wish her well. I think her name was Molly.
Molly.
Go get him. Go get him.
Her name is Molly. She had Molly.
Oh, Spencer G wants to know, does Velma use the hot tub? It's a good question.
Oh, so maybe someone else has been in the hot tub.
Here's what I'll say.
Molly was in the hot tub.
It is available to
Doing her
her,
thing, you know?
but I don't think she's ever used it.
Right.
Yeah.
No, it's available to her, though. If she wanted to, you would let her go in.
Yeah, we would not stop her.
You would not stop her.
No, if we're not there, I don't care.
That was
Velma.
your whole thing, though. Is that,
yeah,
hey,
but she's
me
part of the
and Juan are
she's
the
part
only
of the
two that
family.
have ever
Velma's
been
part
in
of the
this,
family,
and nobody else will.
Yeah, no, Velma's part of the family. So
Morales
okay.
is not a part of the family.
Absolutely not.
Absolutely not.
Part of my family.
By the way, Sedano and Cap is the best show on the radio.
Allegedly.
That's what I have to say.
Yeah. All right. Good. All right. Coming up next, we're going to do some What's Up, Fool. Brian's got stuff. Bergman, do you have stuff, or you just...
I can do something.
Okay, we'll do that. Coming up next, Mesa in Ireland. O'Shea's hanging out. Bergman's here. Brian Cohen is here. 710 ESPN.
710 ESPN, the destination for LA sports this fall.
Here comes LeBron and slam dunk right in Paul George's face and a foul.
Lakers basketball.
Got it back. Another three. Good. What a night for Austin Reeves.
Rams football.
Cup of the six. Cup to the pylon. Touchdown, Cooper Cup. Touchdown, LA.
The USC Trojans.
Hands off the marks. Up the middle. Into the end zone. Touchdown. They're going wild in half of this stadium as the Trojans are going to pull off the upset. How do you do?
LAFC.
Oh, flip for LA Football Club.
The LA Kings and Angels baseball.
The all-new ESPN LA app, your destination for LA sports.
Inspired by Southern California's laid-back yet active lifestyle, Travis Mathew creates premium men's and women's apparel designed to make you look and feel your best no matter the activity. Now, Travis Mathew brings that same style to USC fans with their first ever collegiate collaboration. Designed with the iconic Cardinal and Gold, this collection carries the tradition and legacy of USC. Gear up for game days in style. New customers get 20% off their first order with code 710 at travismathew.com. That's code 710. Offer valid online only.
Miss the good old days when everything was more affordable? Well, Kia of Carson is bringing them back. Black Friday deals are here all month long. This is your chance to save thousands on the exciting Kia lineup, including the new EV, hybrid, and plug-in models. Or you can enjoy deals on classics like the rugged Telluride, the sporty K5, and the all-new K4 sedan. Whatever you need, Kia of Carson most likely will have it in stock as one of the largest Kia dealerships in the country. Head over now or online at KiaofCarson.com. Hurry in for best selection.
It's the Travis and DeMarco Show.
Every weekday morning at 9 a.m.
You got one shot.
Too much
one
pressure
shot.
on me now. You're going to watch
One shot you got, take a chance to throw.
Oral Hershiser just dropped some Eminem lyrics.
He did.
Yeah, just so we're all on the same page there, that actually happened. So,
One shot you got, take a chance to blow its opportunity. Whoa, it's once in a lifetime. Do it up. Okay, let's go.
It's Trav and D-Bar.
Back tomorrow morning after Greeny on LA's mega sports station, 710 ESPN.
Hey, it's Sedano. LA is the home of champions, so celebrate like a champion with Tequila Mandala, award-winning artisanal small batch premium sipping tequila. Our friends at Tequila Mandala turning tequila fans into Tequila Mandala fanatics. Made from the finest mature agaves to bring you the perfect sipping tequila, from their blanco to their flawless year extra añejo. Up your game with Tequila Mandala and experience the best award-winning premium tequila, available everywhere fine tequilas are sold. Visit tequilamandala.com for more details.
Next Gen is the official plumbing, heating, and AC company of SoCal sports fans. That's right. Next Gen is the absolute best in the biz with thousands of 5-star reviews online to prove it. Looking for an all-star deal on home comfort? Call Next Gen. For just $14.99 a month, you'll score year-round coverage on all of your plumbing, heating, and AC needs. You heard it right. For just $14.99 a month, you'll experience coverage and comfort all season long. No unexpected timeouts, just total peace of mind. As a Next Gen member, you'll enjoy complimentary multi-point inspections, cooling tune-ups, plumbing and safety inspections, and exclusive members-only savings. Plus, you'll have a VIP guaranteed 2-hour priority service appointment. Sign up today to become a Next Gen VIP. Don't miss out. Call 833-3-NEXT-GEN. Next Gen is the only name you need to remember for comfort and reliability all season long. That's 833-3-NEXT-GEN or visit nextgenaironplumbing.com.
NEXGEN, call 833-3-NEXT-GEN.
It is Mason and Ireland on 710 ESPN. Don't get it twisted, yo. The most downloaded sports radio show in Los Angeles. The podcast, that is.
Mason and Ireland, the #1 most downloaded sports podcast in Los Angeles. The #1 most downloaded sports podcast in Los Angeles. And we thank all of our podcast listeners for that.
If you ever miss a moment, get your fill anytime. Just search Mason and Ireland wherever you get your podcast.
What's Up, Fool is brought to you by Dos Hombres Mezcal. It's fate. It's friendship. It's mezcal. Dos Hombres.
Thanks, Brian. All right, so my daughter is now up with her grandmother on my mom on her mom's side. So
That's
my
nice.
ex-wife's mom, she's up there with her right now. She's now 13 years old.
Okay.
Just this last week. And she has never known me and her mom together.
Oh, okay.
So after 6 months, we split because it just wasn't working out, and it was the greatest thing ever. That
Right.
We were no longer together.
Sure.
But she found a picture of our engagement photos and sent it to me. And so I asked her, I'm like, have you ever seen us together? And she said no, and she doesn't know. I said, how do you feel about it? She doesn't know.
Right.
So, like, what is the best way for me to handle this? I know you don't have kids, but, like, is there a right way to handle this situation?
I think what you should do, ask her to bring you the picture.
Yeah.
And then just tear it down the middle.
You sicko!
Just like tear that.
Oh, God, she was.
Here's some
the
trauma
terror in her eyes if you do that.
That's how. Now, I'm not a dad, but that's how I would handle it.
That's a great way.
We'll talk about it in therapy.
Shay, I don't know. You have a child?
Yeah, with me and my child's mother, we were split before Jordan even got here. And so she always sees us very cordial, very nice to each other. Every now and then, we'll all go to the movies. But as far as, like, being together, she's never seen that.
Right.
I would just... Yours is 13?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's old enough to have, like, a discussion of, like, this is where it was, this is how it happened.
This is how it went wrong.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll tell her whatever.
These are the problems. These are her faults. See, these are the things that I would do.
So that may happen in about 5 years when she's 18, and that all.
Your mom was the worst.
That's
I
exactly
hated
how
being
it's gonna
married
go,
to her.
by the way.
As soon as you get the call.
That was awful.
Yeah.
That was the worst 4 years of my life. But I
Nice.
got you, so I don't regret it in the slightest.
Right.
But that was terrible.
Got it.
Once you get the call of, like, Mom's crazy, then you'd be like, I've been waiting for this call for years.
Yes,
Wait,
she
wait, hold on.
is.
Let me get ready. Hold
Yep.
on, let me stand up.
Yeah. But,
Okay.
you just got to be open.
Go ahead.
All right, guys, so we kind of touched on this to start the show, but UCLA women's basketball beat, at the time, #1 South Carolina.
USC women's basketball. Did you say UCLA?
It was UCLA.
They did.
Yes,
Oh, I'm
it
sorry,
was
UCLA. Yeah, right.
UCLA beat South Carolina.
So there's a couple of stats about that.
Okay.
Yeah, USC lost to Notre Dame, which was another high anticipated game. But a couple stats from this UCLA South Carolina game. See which one's more impressive to you. So it was the first time that UCLA women have beaten a #1 team.
Okay.
It is the first road loss for South Carolina in over 3 years.
Wow.
And then it's the first time now today UCLA is officially ranked #1 and for the women's. So which one of those do you think is more impressive?
I think
South Carolina.
I think beating them is the most impressive thing. Like, they wouldn't be #1 without beating them. So beating them, I think, was the biggest deal. Of
Yeah,
those.
South Carolina has been fantastic for the last 3 or 4
Yeah.
years. They've been the top team in women's college basketball. So to beat them in any sense is really, really big. And I'm proud of those girls.
Yeah.
It's exciting.
I think the biggest thing is South Carolina losing.
Yeah.
It's very impressive that they were able to even hold that streak. So for them to lose, that's the more monumental thing is that they lost. And plus, it's just UCLA seeing another team called USC and going hard.
That's true. That's true. USC versus USC.
You can't just say something nice about UCLA one time.
No.
All right. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you for Kareem.
When does SC play UCLA in women's basketball? That should be a really big game, right?
They do play twice.
Twice,
I think,
yeah.
Once is in January and once is in.
Because USC's
March.
number
They
6.
play at the end of the year.
UCLA's 1. USC's number 6.
I could look it up. I think it's
February the 13th and March the 1st.
Yeah.
They on USC's social they posted them singing, that song. What you say? He's just a friend.
Ooh, what you?
Yeah.
He's just.
a
Apparently, there's a USC version that goes, I love USC and I hate UCLA.
Oh,
and
yeah,
and I've been singing
I'll try
that
to
all
find
week.
Parker, will you look for that?
Don't play
Yeah,
that.
look
We
for
don't
that.
need
That
hate
sounds like a
UCLA.
great
It's
song.
absolutely horrendous.
Great song.
Nobody needs to hear anything about that.
All right, guys, it was announced today, some more turmoil out of the Jets, depending on how you want to take this. So they're apparently looking to a media company, the 33rd team, to help search for a GM and head coach.
Yep.
And notably, there are about 3 retired GMs that, put together this kind of media company. So there are some, actual people there that know what they're doing.
Okay.
But how does this look from an outside perspective of, I'm the owner of the Jets going to a media company to try to find the solution?
So one of these guys is Mike Tannenbaum.
Right, yes.
Who I watch on TV all the time. He is a former Jets general manager
Right.
and knows Woody Marks pretty well. I'm sure that's why this happened. It is not uncommon for a team, college programs do this a lot, hire a search firm to go out and look at guys and figure out, their backgrounds and if there are any situations that'll come up later and how effective they're going to be, how they fit in the. I actually think it's okay to hire a search firm to find your next head coach and your next general manager.
Absolutely, because especially with this team, the Jets have been bad for a really long time.
Yes.
And they have not had good coaches.
By the way, including when Mike Tannenbaum was there.
Yeah, right, exactly. So I don't know if you want to trust that. But Jeff Ulbrich, Robert Saleh, Adam Gase, Todd Bowles, Rex Ryan, who was kind of okay at times, Eric Mangini, Herm Edwards had a few moments, Al Groh. And then it goes down to
Al
Bill
Groh.
And Bill Parcells was the last time they were.
What year was that?
1997. To 99.
I lived in New York when Parcells was the head coach. Yeah,
but that's it.
That's how far back it goes. Yeah,
even further than that, Rich Kotite, Pete Carroll was bad. Bruce Cosby.
By the way, Pete Carroll was not that bad. He was 2 years,
okay.
right?
Yeah,
he made the playoffs.
He was 1 year. He was
and he made the
10.
playoffs.
No, he's 6-10.
That's not true.
1994, 16 games, 6-10.
Really?
Listen, my only friend who's a Jets fan, and he's in many ways my boss at the No Contest Wrestling Podcast, Rich Eisen.
Oh, yeah.
He has taught me to not have any hope with the Jets. Whatever they decide to do is the wrong decision.
Yep.
And they will live in mediocrity for as long as I live. When I think of the Jets, who's the first player I think of? Vinny Testaverde.
Yep.
Vinny Testaverde, yeah.
I agree with you.
Immediate.
And that's not a good thing.
No, it's not.
Yeah. Look, the Jets are not even the most popular team in their town. I mean, it is not. New York is not a Jets town, and they are rarely good. And if you want to hear how bad they are, you should listen to Mike Greenberg every day here on 710 ESPN. Jets fan.
Jets stands for
joke.
Oh, there you go. The J in Jet stands for joke. I love that.
What's that, Foo?
All right, well, there's some more turmoil out of the other New York teams,
Oh,
the New
yes.
York Giants.
Yeah.
New York's
Well,
favorite team.
There's
Right, here
one
we go.
thing the
They're
Dodger
bad, too.
fans love is tearing down New York.
That is true. So last week after Daniel Jones, all that situation, even Saquon came out and said, he feels sorry for Daniel Jones and grass could be greener on the other side for him, per se. And after the game yesterday, there was a couple of Giants players that were pretty upset, and even were saying that the QB switch shouldn't have happened, and that's not the problem with the team. And it's kind of a joke that's how that whole situation happened. But I want to get the take here on the grass isn't always greener. So now Saquon, with the Eagles, on pace to break the rushing record as of right now by like 50 yards per se. What is your take on this? Is there hope for Daniel Jones here, or is this just the Giants are such a bad organization, no matter who leaves, they're going to do better elsewhere?
Well, I think it was Malik Neighbors who complained about not seeing the ball yesterday. Here's what I'll say about this. There is a situation, it's happened with multiple teams now, where you get to the end of the year and there's an injury guarantee for the following year. He had an injury guarantee. If he would have gotten hurt during this final stretch of the season, the Giants would have owed him money again for next year. That happened with Russell Wilson in Denver. Why they benched Russell Wilson. It happened one other. Where else did it happen? Somewhere this year where they benched somebody because there was an injury guarantee.
I can't think of who that
There's another one, but this is a thing we're seeing where you bench the quarterback that you don't see a future in because you don't want them to get hurt and get money guaranteed for the next year. So I think that's what's going on there. Daniel Jones is a much better quarterback than Tommy DeVito, and I think they should have continued to run with him. Malik Neighbors would certainly be more happy because Malik Neighbors saw a lot of targets from Daniel Jones.
Yeah, no, he absolutely did. But it's still, Daniel Jones isn't some amazing quarterback. They just gave him a lot of money because he had a good year once. And that was basically about it. But Daniel Jones has not been showing anything. He has 8 touchdowns, 7 interceptions, a little over, 2,000 yards. He's not some amazing quarterback that they're going to miss. So
here, let me put a finer point on this. So Jones... they owe him $11.83 million. That's what's left on his contract in guaranteed money. If he were to get hurt, they'd owe him $23 million for next year guaranteed.
Yeah,
that's why he's not playing.
Yeah, and that makes total sense for the team itself. And also, again, he's not that great. But either way,
I felt bad for him during his press conference. It was kind of sad.
For sure.
It was. But he'll go somewhere else. He'll be a backup, and maybe he'll come in and can be somebody like Sam Darnold. Sam Darnold had to go through a bunch of different teams until he could get to Minnesota, start, and actually be a competent quarterback.
Right.
So Daniel Jones could very well be that same type of guy.
It doesn't help that Daniel Jones' greatest play in his highlight reel, he trips himself
Yes.
and falls.
As he's running alone with nobody around him and just falls.
John Cena comes out of nowhere and just tackles him.
Yeah, exactly.
What is it with the New York quarterbacks? You got the butt fumble from Mark Sanchez.
Hey, Mark Sanchez had a couple of good years there. Got Jets to the AFC Championship game.
What do you think about Mark Sanchez in New York? You think of the butt fumble. That's
Yeah,
the first thing
you absolutely do.
Yeah.
I think of him going to 2 straight AFC Championship games.
That's because you want to.
Yeah,
It's a glass
because
half
I like
full
Mark.
guy.
I like Mark. He's a great guy. You got one more there, Brian?
Yeah, I got one more. I tried finding that famous draw of you, but...
Oh, yeah.
Didn't have time.
That's all right.
What's up, fool?
It's been heard.
All right, so I saw an article today that said some of the top movies.
How else they can use it. I think nobody wants to make a really original movie because there is so much risk. But if it's a sequel, if it's in the case of Lion King, it's a prequel. You're basically using your own intellectual property to create new ones. And it's safer than coming up with an original idea.
Absolutely. Or if you're putting it into a position where you're starting up a franchise like Den of Thieves 2 Pantera coming out January 10th. Then that's when you're continuing a story that's already laid out instead of doing such a senseless cash grab with O'Shea Jackson Jr. and Gerard Butler.
Senseless, of course. But it's also a lot of times it is big movies from 30 years ago that are happening.
It's true.
Like Beetlejuice was 30 years ago, and that did very, very well.
It did great.
I think Dune 2 was out earlier this year.
Dune 2 did great.
So it's sequels like that. There's the prequels, and then things that are from years and years ago. But yes, they have no more ideas.
Yeah, no, they're out of ideas.
Except for that Den of Thieves franchise.
That one keeps on rolling.
Yeah, keep on rolling.
Keep on
January
rolling.
10th. That's January 10th.
When's Cocaine
everybody.
Bear 2?
Man, Elizabeth Banks, pick up the phone. We got to get that done.
Yeah. All right, coming up next for you, there's the Tonight Show, the Late Show, the Jimmy Kimmel Show, and now they're getting some competition. That's coming up next for you. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
Travis Rogers and DeMarco Farr.
Tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. after Greeny.
You get your heart rate back to normal?
From?
When I frightened you coming around the corner?
Oh, my God, you scared me. I told you, I have no fun with those, right?
Yeah,
I'm easily startled.
I didn't even, sneak up on you. I was right in the middle of the hallway.
Well, you startled me. I didn't see you coming. See?
I just said, I don't remember what I said, but I didn't say it weird
you didn't
or
have
creepy
to say
or
anything. You just scared me. You were right there. Did I have the funny face?
You did the whoa.
Okay. Yeah, I jumped. I jumped. Yeah.
You did. I think it was not quite a scream, but a shout.
Okay. That's why I don't do the haunted houses. The people
no.
that get paid to jump out and scare you?
No.
It happens at least 4 times a day. I get startled. Yes.
Like by anybody?
When I'm walking, man, the Far Side is a real thing. I'm in my own world. And when I see somebody, it's like, yes, I just jump out of my skin.
Weekday mornings at 9 a.m.
It's Travis and DeMarco
on 710 ESPN.
It's here, the Roger Dunn Golf Shop's Black Friday sale event with special savings in every department. Save on select TaylorMade, Cobra, Callaway, and Ping clubs. Save 20% off select G4 shoes, apparel, and bags. And get the Titleist Holiday gift box of 2 dozen Pro V1 and Pro V1X balls for just $99. Don't miss the Black Friday sale happening this Friday through Monday. Roger Dunn Golf Shops by Worldwide Golf, proudly serving golfers since 1965 and home of the legendary 90-day satisfaction guarantee. Get there.
When pain keeps you from doing what you love, Hoag Orthopedic Institute gets you back to you. We are ranked number 18 in the nation and number 1 in Orange County for orthopedic and spine care by U.S. News & World Report. From the surf to the green, our world-class doctors are there, which is why more Californians choose Hoag Orthopedic Institute for orthopedic and spine care more than any other hospital. At Hoag Orthopedic Institute, there is no one better at getting you back to you. Proudly founded by premier physicians in partnership with Hoag. Learn more at HoagOrthopedicInstitute.com.
Hi, this is Sean McVay of your LA Rams. The Rams play here. KSPN, Los Angeles.
710 ESPN.
A good karma brands radio station.
It is Mason and Ireland on 710 ESPN. Don't get it twisted, yo. The most downloaded sports radio show in Los Angeles. The podcast, that is.
Mason and Ireland, the #1 most downloaded sports podcast in Los Angeles. The #1 most downloaded sports podcast in Los Angeles. And we thank all of our podcast listeners for that.
If you ever miss a moment, get your fill anytime. Just search Mason and Ireland wherever you get your podcast.
Oh, wait. Listen. Is this the song? Oh, no, that's not the song. All right, here's the song.
Hey.
I think this is a good time to say that Sonocap is the best show on the radio right now. Perfect time for that. Little
So it is a Michelob Ultra Reaction Monday, reacting to Rams-Eagles last night. Boo.
Yeah.
Reacting to USC hammering UCLA on Saturday night at the Rose Bowl.
Dismantling.
Lakers get blown out by Denver on Saturday. What good happened this weekend? What good happened?
USC didn't even have something good. Yes, you won, kind of.
We'll take
little
it.
Bit,
Listen,
yeah.
Thanks to Michelob Ultra, 2.6 carbs, 95 calories. It's only worth it if you enjoy it, Shay.
I needed a lot of Michelob after the Rams game, but if that USC game was garbage, bro, I'm Oscar the Grouch. I love beating UCLA.
Me too. I thought it was great.
A win is a win, and beating UCLA.
Oh, Pepe Mantilla!
I just walked in.
Didn't even introduce you, Pepe.
A win is a win. That is
Well,
very,
you guys are not
very
paying attention to me, which is normal.
I
because
love
here
paying
comes
attention
the
to you.
Mexican don't pay attention to them.
No, that is absolutely not true.
Michael Thompson's not here. You can't.
Yeah,
be saying
you can't
this
make
thing.
these jokes. You can't make. So were you at the Rams game last night?
Yes, I was going to send you a text, but I was so disappointed.
Yeah.
For many reasons. I mean, when the second half started and then they scored a touchdown, I mean, like I said, what's going on? And then no defense. The front line didn't protect Stafford.
Right.
I know the Eagles are really good. And then, unfortunately, and you know this, you guys, every game for the Rams is like a visiting team.
Sure. Yeah, it's always going to be the case. They've been here 8 years. They've been here 8 years. I don't know what we expect. I sat next to a guy last night who he was wearing Eagles gear, and I said, "So, are you from L.A. or from Philly?" He said, "No, I'm from L.A." I said, "So why are you an Eagles fan?" He said, "Because there was no team here when I was growing up, and I adopted the Eagles." And he said, "The Rams are my second favorite team. I come to SoFi all the time. The only time I wear Eagles gear is when the Eagles are there."
You disgust me. You disgust me.
He disgusts you?
Yeah.
That was the same thing that Jorge does. He became a 49ers fan because there was no team here.
Right.
That's the only reason. Like, I know you guys give him a lot of hell because he's a 49ers fan, but that's why.
It's gross.
Greg,
I'm a Raider fan, and I'm a Raider for life. I can't change.
Greg, I had season tickets for the Rams when they were here. They were playing at Anaheim at one point. I got really upset when they left.
Yes.
And I said, I'm not going to follow them anymore. They came back, and I got season tickets for the Coliseum, and I started liking them more and more. But I never liked another team.
Right.
Rams were the team that I liked.
So who did you like during that time? Because they were gone
I didn't
for what,
like
20?
I didn't like one particular team.
See,
I liked football.
Before the Rams got here, I was a Denver fan because Juan's from Wyoming, is a big Denver. As you know, O'Shea helped us get to the Super Bowl in 2016.
Probably,
I think
yeah.
the Von Miller
whatever
just
50
dominated that game.
Yeah. Thanks, Cam.
But yeah, no. So I think the Rams are gone for a generation. It will take a generation in order to turn that into a true Rams house.
But don't tell me that it doesn't bother you.
It doesn't.
It does.
It doesn't bother me.
That championship parade made me want to throw up.
It doesn't bother me. They just got here. It's only been 8 years.
Yeah,
it does not bother me. I'm at all these games, Pepe. It doesn't bother me. Now, last night I'll say the Eagles fans were a little obnoxious.
Well, they're Eagles fans.
They're Eagles fans.
Because when I was leaving at the end of the game, there were Eagles fans who were staying in the stands, and they were waving to me. Bye. I'm like, screw you.
They're Eagles
If I had a beer, I'd throw it on you.
Yeah, exactly. You
That's what they
won
like to
Super
do.
Bowl.
But that's what John Ireland always says. He's like, they booed Santa Claus. That's
right.
That's what Eagles fans do. But it's not about you guys being the Rams fans. It's about that younger generation. It's like your kids, your daughter being a Rams fan. It has to come from there. So it's not going to happen over the 10 years. It's going to happen over a 25
Pepe,
years.
I want to give you a sneak preview. It's going to happen at every game.
Yeah, no, I know that.
Yeah, I mean, you've been there enough.
The worst fans when I go to the games, and I was there when you were there, of course. The San Francisco.
Oh,
fans.
the Niners fans are obnoxious. They're the worst.
I mean, 150% obnoxious.
Yeah,
By the way,
they're the worst.
Eagles fans, that eagle noise that we all know and know, it's actually a red-tailed hawk. It's not even a real eagle, bro.
Oh, it's not a real
eagle?
eagle?
It's a Hollywood trick.
Oh, okay.
It's a Hollywood trick. It's not a real eagle.
Everyone can tell the difference between a red-tailed hawk and an eagle.
Come on.
Watch David Attenborough, Greg, all right?
David Attenborough's amazing. So I'll watch David Attenborough
Guys,
whenever.
do you watch late-night TV? Do you watch, like, are you a Fallon or a Kimmel or a Colbert or a Seth Meyers? Or
If they have me as a
as
guest.
your guest,
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
Which ones have you been on?
I did Conan with my dad.
Sure.
I think we haven't done Fallon or anything like that. I'm more of a daytime guy.
So have you done
Get in,
Kelly
get out.
Clarkson?
Yeah, actually, she's very nice.
What about J
She's a
Hud?
great,
Did you do J Hud?
No, not yet. I did Ellen 3 times.
Did you really?
And the last
Was she mean?
No, she was super nice to me. I'm a celebrity.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. It's
Don't
only her crew.
Don't forget that.
Yeah, it's only her crew. So there's a brand new late night talk show coming to ESPN. It is Jason Kelsey.
Yes.
It's called They Call It Late Night with Jason Kelsey. It's an hour-long show. It'll run Friday nights, Saturday mornings beginning at 1 a.m. for the first 4 episodes and 1:30 a.m. for the final one. This is Eastern time, so we'll get it at normal times. Takes place from the Union Transfer in Philadelphia with fans in attendance. And it's going to run for 5 weeks, every Friday for 5 weeks.
I actually really like that. I think that's pretty cool to be doing something like that. Jason Kelsey is very entertaining to me.
Yeah, I think so too. I think it's funny.
I got to go to Philly and record at 1 in
Correct.
the morning.
Are you angling to be a guest on Jason Kelsey Late Night?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You would do it.
I'd do it.
100%.
Oh, sure. It'd be fun.
I love
What
Jason
I just don't understand, and Shay, maybe you do. Why do so many people hate Jason Kelsey? Throwing things at him. We played something from TMZ last week.
Yeah, right.
Where like the autograph person was screaming at him, cursing at him, coming out of Kimmel, I think it was. Like, why do so many people hate Jason Kelsey?
I don't know. Is that a genuine, like, across-the-board thing?
Well, it's starting online for
Is
sure.
it?
Yeah.
But I think what happened was the podcast that they had.
Yep.
Everybody was like, "Oh wow, Travis's brother's really funny.
Yeah,
like, he's really
he's
cool."
great.
And then there started to become a Kelsey hate train happening with as far as the Chiefs winning all the way, and then Taylor.
Yeah.
And so you see them all the time.
That's
and people
right.
feel like it's oversaturated, but it's definitely not his fault. And people are just being weirdos. That's just how the world works.
It's not his fault, but I agree with you. It's overexposure.
Yeah.
That's true. There is some overexposure. He's on a lot.
Get
but
that paper, Jason.
It's overexposure because people are running up to him and filming him and like doing crazy things to him, and then he's throwing their phone, and then people are streaming it on TMZ, and TMZ is putting it out there. That's where the overexposure.
I think this is a great concept. I mean, he's an engaging guy. He's going to bring guests on. There are going to be fans there. It sounds like it'll be really fun every Friday. So
I hope hope it's
like it. Yeah.
good, but it's hard.
In terms of late show rankings, where do you put everybody?
All on just watching their highlights of the bit that they do.
But based
Kimmel,
on bits,
I like Kimmel probably better.
Kimmel's number one.
Kimmel Fallon. Kimmel
Yeah.
Fallon.
Kimmel's
Fallon
one.
has one every once in a while, but he's fake laughs.
Kimmel's number one. Fallon's number
I
8.
agree.
Colbert is number 10.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, I love.
Do you like Seth
Do you
Meyers?
like Colbert? I don't like Seth Meyers. It's all too political
you
for
just
me
like
now.
Kimmel then?
Is that an Eagles hoodie? That
Yeah,
he walked in here?
Kimmel and Fallon, and that's it.
At late night,
He's a massive Eagles fan.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Go fly away.
Yeah, tough life.
He
Fly
plays
away.
Eagles Fly on the best
One
show on the
Super
radio
Bowl
right now, Sedano.
ring.
and Cap.
Yeah.
Happy for you.
Yeah, I don't like so much politics on my late night shows. They used to be just fun. Now that's everybody's got an
If I wanted politics,
Saturday Night
I'd
Live
watch
is now.
Jon Stewart. That's what
I don't watch any of it.
So you not watch Saturday Night Live anymore?
I do watch Saturday Night Live.
I mean, that's all it is.
No, it's not. No,
There's
Not
a
the
lot.
Bill
there's
there
a
was
lot
one.
of it.
There was
There's a
one
lot of
political
it.
The Bill
sketch
Burr
this
was
last
great.
Is
week.
that just one?
Yeah, yeah.
I
Just
stopped
one.
watching a long time
But
ago.
the shows in the past, Johnny Carson and them were fantastic.
They were the best.
Fantastic.
Yeah, those guys. Those were actually. I was flipping around
Weird,
and I
wacky, wild stuff.
ended up on channel whatever, and they were showing old Tonight shows.
I love Channel whatever.
And he had Charles Grodin as a guest. And Grodin was so... You probably don't even know who that is, do you?
Absolutely not. I just nod my head.
Very funny.
Was absolutely hilarious. And it was like 10 minutes of just them BSing back and forth. And that doesn't really happen anymore. It's you do a funny sketch, you ask 3 questions about their movie, and you're gone.
Yeah.
You've been there.
Yeah, I whenever I do those type of interviews, that you... Number one, you get a call probably the day or 2 days before from the producer with kind of a rundown of what to touch on, what you don't want to touch on. And so you have in your mind these 10 questions that you have to remember the answer to unless a new one comes on the day. And you're going to get to 4 of them, and then they're going to wave you goodbye.
Right.
So do they? A lot of times they go, "Oh, I have this great story to tell." Oh, you were somewhere. So they
They do the pre-interview.
Do they ask you like, what do you want to talk about?
I mean, sometimes, like,
Do you have a story to tell?
There's certain situations, like if you're in the news for something, that's going to come up,
right?
Or if they have an idea of something fun for you to talk about that they've either seen you post or whatever, then they'll bring that up. And then sometimes they think it's hilarious to try to just like on the day switch something.
Right.
Hey, we thought this would be funny.
And do you tell them, I don't want to talk about this?
Yeah, it depends on what it is. Right? I mean, I'm not doing. I'm boring, Pepe. I stay at the house all day, so I don't have too much I don't want to talk about.
Yeah.
Unless it's the Lakers.
You know, in a related question, how much the hell did that necklace cost you? How much did that chain cost
that is
you?
ice.
That is serious. That's a serious chain.
Do you have to make a special exercise in order to...
A lot of neck raises and things
Yeah.
like that. See, this is Den of Thieves 2 Pantera money.
Oh.
And you can see Den of Thieves 2 Pantera January 10th.
Now, is that diamonds?
Absolutely.
It's real diamonds?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
This
man.
one's fake, though. My Rick and Morty.
Oh, really?
Rick and
Both
Morty,
of,
yeah.
both
This
of
was
these are
free.
fake.
I feel you.
Yeah.
Where are they from? Like
One's from Jackson Chains, and the other one's from Radio Michael fan.
radio.
And then you don't
chains,
have
two chains, yeah.
you don't have the one that cost you $20.
No, I definitely do not.
You have to put that in a safe.
Exactly. I
deposit box.
will put that away. All right, coming up next for you, we all know the Lakers have their kryptonite. Saw it again. Plus, Matthew Berry screwed up my fantasy team this weekend.
Standard.
Damn you, Matthew.
Standard.
We'll do that coming up next for you. In the meantime, as a sports fan, you always want your team to be well coached and to win. You know who's always winning, always getting ready for the next opponent? It is my guy, Jacob. Think about it. If you've been injured in a car accident, in a truck accident, a slip and fall, rideshare accident, whatever it is, you feel like you lost the game. Don't worry. The accident is only the beginning of the game. Get Jacob. Get the free consultation. Trust me, Jacob knows the weakness of the opponent. He knows how to exploit and go on the attack against the insurance companies to provide you the victory that you deserve. So make sure you're on the winning team. If you're injured in an accident, don't wait. Call Jacob. When you call an attorney, you want one who is respected. You want Jacob. He's the real deal. 844-24-JACOB. That's 844-24-JACOB. 844-24-JACOB. Or remember...
Accident or injury, call Jacob and Bronny. Call Jacob.
CallJacob.com. He's a proud partner of the Rams, the Lakers, and LAFC. You can follow him on Instagram. Go to @call.jacob for great advice and prizes and more. And when you call him, tell him Mason and Shadano from 710 ESPN sent you. Mason in Ireland, 710 ESPN.
Still throwing it down.
Backdoor cut to LeBron and a thunder dunk. Beautiful pass, and LeBron slams it home.
Guess who's back? Still hitting big shot after big shot.
Three-pointer. Good again! Who is this guy? That's the oldest player in the league.
Live every thrill of LeBron and the Lake Show on 710 ESPN.
Still running the game, still.
Hey, everybody, excited to have with me in studio the one and only Dr. Monica Madden from Beverly Hills Ortho. Hi, Dr. Madden.
Hi, thanks for having me. This is exciting.
All right, let's get to why we want everybody to listen carefully, because you have a special offer for ESPN LA listeners. Tell me about it.
We're really happy to be part of the ESPN LA family and so grateful for everyone listening right now. We're giving the first 5 people who register now and every time this airs $1,000 off Invisalign or braces treatment. Just go to BeverlyHillsOrtho.com and enter the code SMILE and you're on your way.
So enter the code SMILE at BeverlyHillsOrtho.com and I could get $1,000 off Invisalign?
Yes, absolutely.
And what if I wanted to just call the office? Can I get the offer that way?
Yes, absolutely. Just say SMILE and you heard it on ESPN.
877-7 Let's Do This.
Yes.
Or, Monica, as I like to say, BeverlyHillsOrtho.com.
The Black Crowes Happiness Bastards Tour rolls on. Celebrating their first new music in 15 years. And all the hits. Friday, December 6th at Fantasy Springs Resort Casino. Tickets on sale now at FantasySpringsResort.com or 1-760-342-5000. Don't miss the Black Crowes Happiness Bastards Tour.
Miss the good old days when everything was more affordable? Well, Kia of Carson is bringing them back. Black Friday deals are here all month long. This is your chance to save thousands on the exciting Kia lineup, including the new EV, hybrid, and plug-in models. Or you can enjoy deals on classics like the rugged Telluride, the sporty K5, and the all-new K4 sedan. Whatever you need, Kia of Carson most likely will have it in stock as one of the largest Kia dealerships in the country. Head over now or online at KiaofCarson.com. Hurry in for best selection.
Gear up and get out to Kelsey's at Pachanga, the top spot in the Temecula Valley to watch all the Monday Night Football action. Dozens of TVs means all your favorite games, plus a M&F food menu fit for the greatest fans. Sliders, loaded tater tots, pulled pork pizza, and a lot more. Plus, you'll find beers on tap and incredible craft cocktails at Kelsey's. Visit Pachanga.com and follow at Pachanga Casino on Instagram for info about special and exclusive NFL team appearances. We'll see you at Kelsey's at Pachanga.
It is Mason and Ireland on 710 ESPN. Don't get it twisted, yo. The most downloaded sports radio show in Los Angeles. The podcast, that is.
Mason and Ireland, the #1 most downloaded sports podcast in Los Angeles. The #1 most downloaded sports podcast in Los Angeles. And we thank all of our podcast listeners for that.
If you ever miss a moment, get your fill anytime. Just search Mason and Ireland wherever you get your podcast.
So we do the Big 5 picks every week, and finally, Pepe has picked one game correctly.
Congratulations,
That's what I'm talking about, Pepe.
You are a
1 in 10.
That is a lie.
1
The
in 10.
first week, I
Oh, 1 in
got
9,
3 out of 5. But you guys are
You
not
are 1
counting
and
that.
8, Pepe.
Okay, good.
1 and 8.
Big dogs do big dog
Yeah, 1
things.
and 8.
Tonight's game, too?
Yeah, tonight's game is still
Who do you
in
take
there.
tonight's game?
Let's see. Pepe, he
took the
is
Chargers.
Baltimore.
Yeah,
I think
that's
the
right.
Chargers are going to win that game
I
outright.
took Baltimore. Yeah.
Ravens.
Yeah, Baltimore's going to win that game.
I think Chargers are going to win that game.
I need
Right, Brian?
All day, baby. Come on now.
All day. So on Thursday, Matthew Berry is on the show.
up.
And Matthew Berry is the talented Mr. Roto. As you know, he knows more about fantasy football than anybody on the planet. And I had a choice. I could either play Jalen Hurts, and I even brought this up with Matthew. I said, he's playing against my team. I have to be there for it. And then I have Tua. And he said, play Jalen Hurts.
That was not the right call.
Tua, if I'd played Tua, I would have won my game.
Yeah.
So disappointing, Matthew. We'll bring it up with him this week.
I'm sure
Yeah,
he's going
he
to love
did
it.
the same thing with me in my fantasy football championship
Did he?
last year.
Did he actually give you?
He told me to play Jalen.
Did he?
Over-
He loves Jalen.
Over who?
Stafford.
And that was
it was a Week 17 championship. Jalen hurt his hand and got a point.
Brutal.
Oh, that's rough.
I mean, he gave me one off the air a couple of weeks ago. I said, should I play Jonnu Smith of Miami or take Kyle Pitts of Atlanta? And he's like, 100% Kyle Pitts. Jonnu went off.
Did he?
Had like 2 touchdowns, 100 yards.
Well, here's the thing. I don't want to bag on Matthew, but
I'll do it for you.
You can know. You can know all. You can know all the stuff.
You're never gonna be always right.
But it doesn't. He's judging on trends and stats and all that. And at the end of the day, we don't really know what's going to happen. Nobody does.
I just look at my guy as the Drake of fantasy football. Whatever he says, I'm just going to do the opposite.
Is that right? Yeah.
Like the Pepe of betting.
Pepe, Lakers have lost 2 in a row. Pepe, including Denver. Denver has now beaten them. What is it? 13 of 14 times, I think.
Ugh.
Yeah, it's been bad for a while.
So. Pepe, you've been there for all this. What's wrong with the Lakers when they played Denver?
Well, do you have somebody that when you're here and somebody, in all seriousness, comes in the room and you feel like, I don't want to be with this guy?
Yes.
Okay, I think that's what happens.
Oh, that's what happens when they see Denver? They're like,
who's that guy that you don't want to be with him when they come in this room?
Oh, man, do you want the list?
How much time we got?
So you're saying when Jokic comes on, when Jokic is on the floor, and probably Murray too, when they're on the floor, the Lakers just don't want to be on the floor with them.
No, it's not that. It's Denver is a very good team. I mean, they've been playing together for a long time,
right?
And the system is good, and then they put the right new players in the right spot. The Lakers have a new system, have a new coach. It's not an excuse, okay, but it's harder, okay? And the Lakers bench sometimes starts working good. I think eventually the Lakers are going to be better in the sense that they're going to start putting double screens for Connect, so Connect can score 3-pointers. They have to figure that one out because that's how basketball is. Now, Jokic is a freak of nature.
He is a freak of nature. That's a good way to describe it. He is unbelievable.
It's really hard to guard him. You have to think way ahead. You know who did really good against Jokic? Dwight Howard. When they're on.
Yeah.
But we don't have that Dwight Howard anymore.
Well, we talked about
we don't have a guy like
big
that.
Body. That's the big body that the Lakers don't want to get for some
because he's
Well,
not.
they didn't say they want. They just don't want a plotter.
Which is exactly what they need, though. They need a big.
Jokic is not a good defender, and you can get him in foul trouble very easy. But you have to.
But Anthony Davis was very quiet in that game.
Well, it's hard. You have to. I mean,
but you mentioned Jokic is not good defensively. AD was very quiet in the game.
But you have to. I mean, you put all the load in Anthony Davis. Somebody has to help him, man, because they were missing a lot of things, a lot of easy baskets.
We got 3 major holes in the Lakers just all around game.
Yeah,
I mentioned them earlier. We were not getting anything from the point guard.
I agree.
Nothing.
Absolutely nothing is insane.
Yep.
And especially in today's NBA, I don't like getting on players too much because it is, you go into these cold streaks and things like that, but it feels like D'Angelo's having the worst season that he's had since we brought him back.
Yeah, he's been shaky the last few games. He was great when they first moved him to the bench, and now he's shaky. He's not making shots.
He was great when he moved to the bench first because he was playing defense and he was finding guys. He was distributing the ball much more. It doesn't seem like he's doing that same thing anymore. The defense has fallen off again. He's not distributing the ball. He's not shooting well at all. Can't hit a 3 to save his life. It's like 1 for 7 every night.
But against Denver, nobody was shooting well.
Yeah, right. This is going on overall. It's not just against Denver. And then you got a guy like Gabe Vincent who gets zeros. More than
Gabe Vincent's just terrible.
Like zeros across the board.
Yeah, I mean,
0 rebounds, 0 assists, 0 steals,
maybe there's
0
1 or
blocks.
2 turnovers.
No.
That's the only column of the stats he actually hits.
Every once in a while.
If you see the box score, there is one thing that doesn't appear there.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not talking about Vincent. I'm talking about Meta World Peace, who was an excellent defender.
Right.
But he's not on the team.
No, wait. He had something that other guys don't have. He didn't get the rebound. He didn't get anything, but he got in the way.
Right.
And that's not in the box. And that's not in the box.
Yeah.
Okay. And then Vincent sometimes does that. It's really hard. I'm not saying that he's a great player. Don't make those faces.
No,
Greg. I mean, come on.
You're saying, but Because Pepe, you're saying that he's getting in the way in certain times. That is doing the things that are not on the box score.
Yeah.
What he's doing that's not on the box score is not good enough for what he is putting
Right,
on the box
right.
score.
But he's not the only one, I'm saying.
He's not a good enough defender. Like Cam Reddish is not a good offensive player, but he's a
But
good
he does play
defender.
defense.
How long did it take
lineup,
for
whereas-
Reddish? How long did it take for Reddish to start playing good defense and scoring basket? Until now.
Yeah, 5 games ago.
Until now, okay?
Yeah.
And he's good. He's good.
Right, but
If
Gabe
they play-
it's been like this. He was injured for a couple of
Wait,
years.
are
He
you
came
actually
back.
defending Gabe Vincent?
What is there
No,
to
I'm
defend for
not
Vincent?
defending Gabe Vincent. I'm just saying that against Denver, he wasn't the only one. That
By the
was
way, the
bad.
good news about Gabe
they were all
Vincent.
bad against Denver.
Good news about Gabe, under contract for next year.
No,
Thank goodness.
Yeah, they've got him locked up.
Real
the good
luau
thing for him,
dang situation.
he scored a season high on Saturday, 7. He got 7
Yeah.
points.
Okay.
He went up. He went from 6.
And
That was a season high
I
to
don't
7.
need-
That was good for him.
I don't need a lot from you. I just
No.
need something from you.
Right.
And then,
Okay, I have a question for all three of you. Okay, Lakers have players. They come here and they play, and they don't play good. And
Right.
They go to another team, and they the stars in that team.
Yeah.
Why do you think that is?
So, go ahead. Do you have
I
any-
mean, personally, I've always felt like it's different playing basketball in Los Angeles than it is playing in Milwaukee.
Yep.
In Minnesota,
Totally
where I ain't
in
got
agreement.
nothing to do.
Totally
but
in
basketball.
agreement.
Okay, I totally agree too, but it's also and it's a way that LeBron James played, and mostly for the years prior, LeBron played. It was LeBron brings it up, everybody stands around outside. It's a 2-man game between him and AD. But now there's guys like Dalton Connect that is
Austin Reeves.
thriving in this
Austin Reeves.
in Austin Reeves. They thrive in these types of situations. It takes a certain type of player to be able to play with LeBron James and Anthony
And
Davis.
by the way,
And
I think
Gabe
also
Vincent is not one of those guys.
I also think on the Denver thing. I also think it gets in your head. It
little
gets
bit,
in your.
that
wait a
want.
minute, we've lost 13, 14. We lost in the playoffs
Yeah.
twice. It's like you feel like Denver is just a terrible matchup for the Lakers. And we said it last year. We said terrible matchup. You should figure out how to beat Denver. They clearly have not done
And
that.
in the past, the Lakers beat Minnesota every time.
Yeah.
Every time they went to Minnesota, they beat Minnesota, and then things change. It's
it
just
happens.
a cycle.
Yes, it happens. But what these single-digit championship teams need to recognize is that you got lucky.
That's
and
right.
that you are disgusting vermin beneath
that
our
is
shoes.
absolutely
Yeah,
right.
there you go.
That is
Because
absolutely
beneath
right.
our
And,
shoes.
and whenever somebody tells me anything, I said, you know what? Los Angeles, here where you are in Los Angeles, has more championships in this century than any other city in the United
Yes!
States.
Pepe,
right. Pepe.
I'm born in
However-
1991. I've seen 6 Laker championships with my eyes.
Yep.
That is more than 26 teams
There you
in
go.
the league.
Well, but
That's
we
right,
want our
that's
team to
right.
be getting back to that level, to getting back to a championship level, to getting back to the NBA
Yeah.
Finals. That's what I want. I know you want that.
Absolutely.
Lakers in 5.
Okay.
Lakers in
So-
5.
So this is not the team to do it.
Well,
So Saturday night, I was with some people for dinner, and I actually feel really bad. I'm changing subjects here. I'm feeling bad for Steve Ballmer.
Salivating.
Steve Ballmer, he said he went to a Clippers game at Intuit. He hates the Clippers, but he wanted to see the place. So he sat on the wall. He said not only was the wall not filled up, but the arena, apparently, he said it was half full. Now, the team isn't horrible, but there are no stars, and I think that's one of the reasons why they can't fill the building. But you would think in the first year, people will just want to go see the building. That's apparently not the case. People don't even want to go to see the building.
You're making me drive all the way to Inglewood.
Yeah.
All the way to Inglewood to
salivating.
watch mediocrity.
Yeah, it's true.
Like, what do you want me to do, man? It's the at-home experience has been upgraded so much that, bro, gas is high, dog. Like,
Right.
I can't just,
Yeah, but I mean, they fill up across the street all the time.
You're
I'm
also, you're
filling
also,
my
you're
tank
also
in
going,
Inglewood.
you're also going into a new building, and you lost both of your stars.
Right.
So you lost both Kawhi Leonard, who's on the team, but he's not
He's
playing.
not playing.
And Paul George is gone. So now you have James Harden, which people don't really like the way James Harden
No,
looks when
James-
he's playing.
I-
like his ugly game.
Yeah, it's not a great game to watch.
And so then it's a bunch of.
So
like,
why
he's
is
a
the building?
Zubac,
But you would
Norris
think.
Powell.
I'm going to
You
tell
would think.
you
Why is the building? I've been to see the building.
I'm going to tell you why.
Okay, Pepe, you tell us why.
Okay. Driven town.
You pay $60 for parking to begin with.
Yeah.
Okay. Then you pay for the ticket to go and see the Clippers.
Yep.
Okay. Here, you come and see the Lakers. You come early, and then you have 10 restaurants that you can go.
Right.
Okay. Over there, if you come early, where do you go eat?
We'll go early anywhere. Like we
Over in Inglewood?
Oh, no. In Inglewood, no way.
No, that building.
No way.
has got. Did you eat there? I ate there. When I went to see Bruno Mars, I thought the food was good.
Yeah, because you got it for free.
We got it for free.
I ate there, too, and the food is okay. But
Yeah, it's okay.
If I go, it's different to come and eat in here.
Yeah.
Right. But you would think, again, build a new building, people will generally come. But apparently that's not the case with the Clippers because the place is half empty.
Yesterday, after we went to SoFi, we were hungry. We want to go to a restaurant. We have to drive far away from Inglewood until we get to a restaurant that
Who
we
doesn't
like
eat
to
at the
eat.
game? Who doesn't eat at the game?
I mean, if you eat at the game, the
usually
food
what you
at
do.
the game
I had
is
my
not
two.
good.
I had my 2 hot dogs and a cookie.
Oh,
I was
big
good.
deal, man. Hot dogs. I don't eat hot dogs.
Also, when you come here, you're going to see Mookie Betts, who goes to every single game now. His side quest is just going to every sporting event in Los Angeles right now.
Yeah,
you're going to see Mookie, like Puka
That's
Nakua
right.
was
You
there.
know who was there last night? Anthony Bonda was there with the
That's right.
World Series trophy.
If you come here, you come to a Laker game, you're going to see the stars, and you're going to see the stars on the floor.
And
So
the
you're gonna get a
Dodger
lot of it.
players were there with the trophy yesterday.
Yeah, you
It's
go
a different
you
story.
go to Clipper games, you go to see Laker fans who couldn't cut it.
All right.
Doesn't she still go to those games?
Coming up next for you, the dumb criminal who committed a crime on TikTok. On TikTok. We'll do that coming up next. Also, don't forget, tomorrow night, I am at Cosm. You're invited out there, Cosm, Los Angeles, in Inglewood. It is a spectacular venue, by the way, with fantastic food. You got to try the Korean-style nachos. Are unbelievable.
I will go. I will go the next time that the Lakers are not playing because I have. To
Oh,
go
right.
to
You have to be there when the Lakers. Exactly. So it's like being at the game. It is an incredible experience, and you can be there tomorrow night. Join me and Beto Duran, who's doing pre and post there as the Lakers take on Phoenix in a NBA Cup game. Come on out. Now, are we inviting people to show up, or what are we doing?
Yeah, if you want to see Beto Duran do pre, half, and post, you can go there. You can also win tickets to go the next night to see Lakers Spurs.
Yeah, so when you're there, make sure you come see me. Come see Beto. It's Cosm in Los Angeles, and right now they're offering 20% off any NBA Cup event at Cosm. Go to Cosm.com. That's COSM, Cosm.com. See you tomorrow night at Cosm.
You never have to miss a moment of LA's mega sports station. Get the all-new ESPN LA app.
Just search ESPN LA in your App Store or Google Play.
Download, tap, and bam!
You got 710 ESPN in the palm of your hand.
Here's the scenario. Your home is flooded and there's extensive water damage. This is when it can feel as though your relationship with your insurance has become an abusive one. They don't agree that you need a replacement living arrangement, despite it being glaringly obvious. Then, the insurance adjuster leaves you hanging. You feel abandoned with a home that is no longer livable, and you now have no other choice than to use the insurance contractor to make repairs, which includes their brazen attempt at lowballing the estimate. Okay, so here's what you do. You take a deep breath, then you call Avner Gatt. They're one of California's largest public adjusting firms, and trust me, size does matter in this case because Avner Gatt has experienced it all. Insurance companies can make you feel like a criminal, leaving you with no hope in getting your home back together. Avner Gatt knows exactly how to handle these situations. Not only do they have extensive knowledge on how to handle your dilemma, but they remain passionate about helping people. It's why Avner and his family continue to take the calls themselves at Avner Gatt Inc. They cover all of Southern California, and if I haven't convinced you with all of these truth bombs thus far, just check out what seems to be a never-ending stream of 5-star reviews on Yelp, Google, and the Better Business Bureau. So, whether you have a toilet overflow, a broken water line, a burst supply line, a broken fire sprinkler, whatever the water damage is at home, call Avner Gatt today. 818-917-5256. That's 818-917-5256. And you can go online to avnergatt.com.
Hey, it's Mace here. Wait until you experience the NBA at the hottest, most amazing venue in LA. That is Cosm in Inglewood. It's called Immersive Shared Reality. It will look and feel like you are courtside. If you want to be at Cosm for live NBA action, go to Cosm.com. That's COSM.com. Use code ESPNLA. Get 20% off any NBA game in November. Do not wait. Tickets go fast. Go to Cosm.com. That's COSM.com.
The only thing better than the food at Thanksgiving is the wine we share, Stella Rosa. Semi-sweet, semi-sparkling wine that comes in a variety of flavors, including a cranberry flavor, fit for a classic Thanksgiving meal. Visit the wine aisle at your local retailer, check out the offerings from Stella Rosa, and grab a few that sound enticing. Remember to serve chilled, and please celebrate responsibly. Must be 21 plus.
With over 20 clinics in the greater LA area, Game Day Men's Health offers premium services like testosterone therapy, ED treatment, and more to optimize your health. Visit GameDayMen'sLA.com to schedule your complimentary testosterone test and consultation. Get back in the game with Game Day Men's Health.
Hi, this is Matthew Stafford of your Los Angeles Rams. This is Mason and Ireland on your home of Rams football, 710 ESPN.
All right. So, O'Shea Jackson Jr.'s here. Bergman's here. Pepe's here. We got big game of games coming up. Whose game is it?
It's my game.
Bergman's game. All right.
I did it, too. I did a game.
Nice. You actually wrote it. That's excellent.
It doesn't happen very often.
Yeah,
so,
no, you
know.
normally get one of Lindsay's games.
I haven't done that in a long time.
Okay, good. So I came across this story. You know, this is what's wrong with I don't want to be. No, let's not say it that way.
I'll say it.
This is what's wrong with this new generation. You know what?
Yeah.
You know what?
Get off my
You know what?
lawn.
57% of Gen Z wants to be in their career. An influencer.
Boo.
An influencer.
So making so much money.
Who are
Of
they
course
going
they
to influence? The other 50%?
Well, they need tons and tons of 57% of Gen Z wants to be influencer. Now you're an influencer, Shay, are you not?
How dare you?
No, you are.
I'm a thespian.
But you're very influential online, I think.
Yeah.
It's better
I mean,
to
they
be
gave me a
thespian.
podcast.
It's better to be a thespian.
Right. By the way, plug your podcast.
Yes, the No Contest Wrestling Podcast. We record every Wednesday. We get you the full podcast by the end of the day. And this week, I can't tell you the guest quite yet, but it does have to do with a big pay-per-view coming up for WWE.
Oh,
this Sunday.
nice.
Yeah.
Very
Excellent.
nice. Very
Excellent.
nice.
So I came across this influencer.
Yeah.
I say it with air quotes and with disdain. She's racked up 350,000 followers. How about that?
That's solid.
So she's probably making a good amount of money, too, then.
Probably is. But she decided that what her viewers or her fans would like to see is her robbing a Target.
Oh, no.
Atta girl.
So she did a TikTok video, and the Cape Coral Police Department has come out on this. It showed her committing a crime. She was charged with allegedly using a fraudulent barcode to help herself to a significant discount before leaving the store with 16 items valued at $500.32. Sound like she had a scam thing going on.
Yeah.
But why would you take it and put it on TikTok?
The price of likes.
Yeah,
That's pretty much what it is.
She got 350,000 likes on it.
Remember there's that
Happy
show,
for you.
World's Dumbest Criminals, that would
Yeah,
show
sure.
on the
Yes.
weekends? This
True
belongs
TV.
right into
It does.
It
Yeah.
belongs right there, because if you're going to put yourself robbing something
Yes.
on TikTok, you're asking to get arrested.
Of course. And
It just
it was
doesn't make
actually
any sense.
Target's, let's see, theft department. Is that right? Theft
I bet she
department.
tagged Target in the video, too.
Oh, no. If she yeah, that would make her
I'm sure she
really
did.
idiotic.
But it doesn't matter. Is anybody watching her be like, hey, Target, like at Target, this lady's
stealing
robbing you
stuff.
right now. If you see her again, arrest this woman.
What does it say of the people that like some stupidity
Oh, that's a good
like
question. That's a good question. Well,
Yeah.
they're I mean, you're allowed to watch people do stupid things. That's kind of.
I look at it like going to the zoo. Like, yeah, it's very entertaining, but I don't want any parts of it whatsoever.
The things that are on TikTok now are like, get ready with me. So they sit there in front of their camera and just start putting on makeup, and they have thousands and thousands, and hundreds of thousands of views and followers.
So here's the
just
thing.
by putting on makeup.
I want to be more influential. Okay. So you can follow me on Twitter at Venice Mace, Mase. I need a lot more followers. You can follow me on Blue Sky at
Sky.
Venice Mace. Are you on Blue Sky yet?
Yep. Don't know what to do yet.
Yep.
Because,
It's happening. It's a happening place.
Twitter.
You can follow me on Instagram at Venice Mace, Mase. I'm not on TikTok.
No.
I have a TikTok
You
account.
did it
I just
once.
don't.
I ghost watch.
You started
ghost
on
watch.
TikTok, but then you quit.
How do you do all of them, Pepe? How can you possibly?
I only have 3, and it's really
What
hard
are
for
what are
me.
your 3?
The Twitter, the X, the Instagram, and Facebook.
Yeah,
That's it.
yeah. Facebook happens
what?
for me because my mom wants to know what I'm doing. She
So
watches
is it like all
Facebook all the
connected?
time.
Does your Instagram connect?
Instagram connects to Facebook.
Okay,
yeah,
so that's how.
Yeah.
So I don't
Me-
actually
me
go to
too,
Facebook,
me too.
but my mom uses Facebook, so that's how she knows what's going on in my life. That and watching this show.
I feel
And
I feel like
watching-
you talk to her all the time.
I
or
do
You
talk to her a
you
lot.
know what is really good for her? It reminds you of the birthdays.
Yes,
Yeah,
it does.
that is
it
really
does.
good.
Yeah, I get
That used to be the
half
reason I
a
went.
half a
Not
million
anymore.
birthday wishes, which I cannot possibly respond to all of them.
Yeah, I'm mostly on Twitter /X because I
That's
feel like it's a little realer. You know, it's my opinion on things. Instagram, I just feel like I'm kissing my own ass the whole day.
The pictures.
You know?
Yeah.
I can't stand that. But I got 1.2 million on Instagram and 300,000 on Twitter, so I should be using Instagram
That
more.
is
but it's just so.
That's a big number.
Those are big
See,
numbers,
but on
man.
Twitter, you go after people too. Like
I
Yeah,
go
you do
people
go
who
after
go
people.
after me.
Yeah.
That's
you
how I
go
keep
right
jobs.
back at 'em.
Like, bro, don't just let me talk to myself on the internet. Just leave me alone. But if you say something like, I have such a hard time letting stupid be stupid. Marcellus Wiley, the greatest thing he's ever said out of his mouth was, you
I love
can't
the
make
Clippers.
sense
Oh,
out
no.
of nonsense. And I try every day, Grant. I
There
try
you go.
every day. Just leave me alone.
But then you go after every single one of
yeah,
them.
because now I got to rip your head off, and then I'm going to throw your body to the wolves.
I only put positive things in
That's
X.
beautiful.
And
Pepe
you,
does only he makes a positive tweet every single day. That's where he starts the day. He puts a picture of his bush up with him
not-
standing
what?
by
That's
his
not-
bush.
He just
that-
what?
that is
what are you
not-
Pepe, what's going on?
No,
There's
he's
other
got a-
websites for this.
He's got a bush, big bush. He stands
Wow.
in front of it.
It's very personal.
That is not true at all. Check it out today.
Wait a minute, you have a hydrangea bush.
No, wait. I love
hydrangea bush.
flowers.
Is it game
I
of
love
games
my,
time?
my flowers. Sometimes I put the flowers, but most of the time I said, have a great day, good harmony with your family, and be
Yes.
happy.
You
Good
should
harmony.
reach out to Goodable and partner with
Oh,
them.
that's so nice. That's so nice.
You
Yeah.
should. You should. And by the way, ESPN LA and Beverly Hills Orthodontics are teaming up because we want to know who's smiling in SoCal. Pepe, obviously, always smiling in SoCal. Go to ESPNLA.com and nominate who you think is making LA a better place. Could be a mentor, teacher, coach, good Samaritan, or you can nominate yourself even, so you can get this prize for yourself. Could win prizes like sweet tickets, Sonicare electric toothbrushes, whitening treatment, or the grand prize, Invisalign. Enter now at ESPNLA.com, and remember, you're always smiling at Beverly Hills Orthodontics.
By the way, I already got 11 followers on Blue Sky.
Nice.
Just came in.
Just from
came in.
right
You,
now?
you
Just
give
from
Greg
right now.
that mouthful to read. Did you hear those words?
Correct.
lot of words there.
I gave them
Hey,
to him.
And it was seamless.
Yeah.
Seamless, O'Shea.
So let me tell you a little bit about sleeper picks. I mentioned earlier the parlay I almost won. I missed it by a yard and a half passing for Matthew Stafford, and I would have won that big 33 times my money pick on sleeper picks. Sleeper is my official fantasy sports app. It is daily fantasy where you choose players and then you guess whether they will get more than or less than in different stats. For a limited time, Sleeper has got a special offer for NBA tip-off. Their first deposit matched up to $1,500. So if you deposit $1,500, you get an extra $1,500. Discounted player projections every single week. I always use those. Don't forget to check in, see what they got this week. What are you waiting for? Download the Sleeper app. Unlock one of the fastest growing fantasy apps in the world. Use code 710. Your first deposit matched up to $1,500. Again, up to $1,500 matched. That's code 710. Download the Sleeper app today. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
710 ESPN, the destination for LA sports this fall.
Here comes LeBron and slam dunk right in Paul George's face and a foul.
Lakers basketball.
Got it back. Another three. Good. What a night for Austin Reeves.
Rams football.
Cup of the six. Cup to the pylon. Touchdown, Cooper Cup. Touchdown, LA.
The USC Trojans.
Hands off the marks. Up the middle. Into the end
CFB.
Oh, flip for LA Football Club, Diddy!
The LA Kings and Angels Baseball.
The all-new ESPN LA app, your destination for LA sports.
Hey guys, it's Cappy. You've heard me talk about my personal situation with my divorce and subsequent custody battle in the past, and I know that you need a team behind you to get the justice you deserve. My friend Mark Reel and his team at Real Fathers Rights are here to help you guys. Visit realfathersrights.com/710. That's REEL. realfathersrights.com/710 or call 323-870-1611. That's 323-870-1611. Real Fathers Rights. The Father's Rights Attorneys.
Hey, John Ireland here. Are you going through a life change? Whether you're downsizing, inheriting a home, or ready for a change, Seller's Advantage is here to make selling your home easy. They'll buy it as is with a competitive cash offer. No repairs, no hassle. With Seller's Advantage, you're in control. Close as quickly as you want and do it on your own terms. Check out their reviews online and call for a no-obligation offer at 888-390-AS-IS. That's 888-390-2747 or visit sellersadvantage.com.
Martin Lawrence, the Y'all Know What It Is tour. You know you gaining weight when you walk and you feel like somebody following you. Friday, December 6th at Crypto.com Arena. Tickets on sale now at AXS.com.
710 ESPN.
And it is time for Game of Games on the #1 sports radio show in LA, Mason and Ireland. Game of Games. Game of Games presented by CallJacob.com.
Call Jacob.
Everyone loves a fighter, but in this town, winning matters, especially after an accident. So remember, anyone can fight, but CallJacob.com is here for you when you need a big win. After an accident, go to CallJacob.com or call 844-24-JACOB. That's 844-24-JACOB. We got the jingle.
Call Jacob.
Thank you. Game of Games time. Take it away, Mace.
All right, here we go. It is Game of Games time. We got a full house. It's Bergman's game to play today. O'Shea Jackson Jr., Pepe Mantilla, Parker Bell, me, and Brian Cohen. What is the game, Greg Bergman?
All right, so last week, Coachella artists were announced.
Yeah. I looked, I studied it.
Did you?
Yeah.
Good. I think then you're going to do really well this game if you did that. It's happening April 11th and 18th next year, including Yo Gabba Gabba for some reason.
Oh, yeah,
show.
Yo Gabba Gabba, yeah.
I couldn't tell you.
That's
everybody
very
old.
Yeah, I got nothing
and
on.
high.
I got nothing on.
So
Yo
I've done this
Gabba
game
Gabba.
before. I like this game. It's Coachella artist or Dodgers minor leaguer. Coachella artist or Dodgers minor leaguer.
Got it.
Got it. Number 1, Dennis Cruz.
You're keeping score, right?
Yes, I am. Dennis Cruz. Is Dennis Cruz a Dodgers minor leaguer or a Coachella artist, Mace?
Dodger.
Okay, Pepe.
Dodger.
O'Shea.
Dodger.
Brian.
Artist.
Parker.
Dodger.
He is an artist. He's
Oh,
playing
baby, come on.
Coachella on day 3.
Oh, day
Dennis
3.
Cruz.
I only
yes.
make it to the first 2 days.
All right. Sean McClain. Sean McClain, Pepe, is that a Dodgers minor leaguer or a Coachella artist?
Dodgers.
O'Shea.
Artist.
Okay, Brian.
Dodger.
Dodger. Parker.
Doyer.
And Mace.
Dodger.
He is a Dodger, so
Fantastic.
Mace, O'Shea, Brian, and Parker.
What happened to
only Pepe missed
MC?
No,
who missed that? Did O'Shea miss that?
I missed it
Pepe,
for sure.
did you miss it?
Okay.
No,
Sean
I said
Okay.
Dodger.
So only O'Shea missed that.
Only
one.
O'Shea.
Yeah, he is an infielder for the Great Lakes Loons in A+ ball.
Oh, the Loons.
Ah, yes.
All right, number
Season
3.
ticket holder.
Number 3, Austin Mills, O'Shea. Austin Mills, Dodger minor leaguer or Coachella artist?
Artist.
Brian.
Artist.
Parker.
Coachella artist.
Mace.
Yep, that's an artist.
And Pepe.
I know it's an artist.
You know it's an artist? What kind of music does he play?
I don't know.
Bluegrass, baby.
Bluegrass. Is he bluegrass?
I don't know.
EDM. EDM.
He is a Coachella artist in day 1. All right, number 4. Cam Day. Cam Day, and we go to Brian. Is Cam Day a Dodgers minor leaguer or a Coachella artist?
Coachella artist.
Okay, and Parker.
Coachella artist.
Mace.
I'm going to say Dodger.
Okay, Pepe.
It's an artist.
Okay,
Oh,
O'Shea.
Pepe said it was.
Yeah, I think I'm going to go with artist. I just feel like it would be Cameron Day if it was a Dodger.
Yeah. Cam Day is a Dodgers minor leaguer. He's a starting pitcher for the Rancho
He's so
Cucamonga
cool.
Quakes.
Cam Day is a great name.
Yeah, right.
Cam Day
One
is a
syllable,
great name.
2 names.
All right, number 5.
What's
Number
the score?
5. Right, the score is Mace 3, Pepe 2, O'Shea 2, Brian 2, Parker 2. Number 5. There's 8 of these, by the way. All right. Number 5, Parker, we start with you. Damon Keith, a Dodgers minor leaguer.
This is so annoying.
Dodgers minor leaguer or Coachella artist. That's the point.
Damon Keith is a Coachella artist.
Coachella artist. All right, Mace.
Coachella artist.
All right, Pepe.
It is an artist.
Okay. O'Shea.
Pepe was.
I'm gonna go artist because of Pepe.
Okay, Brian.
Sounded so sure.
I'll go artist as well.
You all missed it. He's a Dodgers. He's an outfielder for the Tulsa Drillers Double-A team. You know, sometimes.
Greg, where's Bruce Kuntz when you need him?
Nobody
Bruce Kuntz would know all
Nobody
of these.
got that one.
Nobody got that one. So Mace still in the lead with 3 left. You got to go first, Mace.
Okay.
All right. Ben Bomer. Is that a Dodgers minor leaguer or Coachella artist?
I'm going to go Dodger.
Okay. Pepe.
It is an artist.
Okay. O'Shea.
Pepe, you say that every time.
Every time. O'Shea.
This one's for sure an artist.
All right. Brian.
It is an artist.
Okay. And Parker.
Yeah, I know this one. This is an artist.
It is an artist. So all 3, everybody got it but Mace. We have a tie all the way across the board. He's on day 3, by the way.
You're nuts,
All right,
dude.
Number 7, and we'll start with Pepe for this one. Leighton Giordani, Dodgers minor leaguer or Coachella artist?
Oh, he is an artist.
Okay.
Yeah.
O'Shea.
He's a Dodger.
Brian.
I'll take Dodger as well.
All right, Parker.
Dodger.
And
Yeah,
Mace.
he is a Dodger.
No, he is not. He's a Coachella artist.
Pepe knows his Coachella.
He is a Coachella.
What a whack name.
Pepe, you are in the lead now with 4. Everybody else has 3, so you all have to go opposite. And this is the last one.
Oh, okay.
Damian Lazarus. Damian Lazarus. Is he a Coachella artist or Dodgers minor leaguer, Pepe?
He is a minor leaguer, and he is from Dominican Republic.
Okay, so everybody else goes Coachella artist?
Yeah, we all do.
And it's a Coachella artist from day 1.
Hey!
One time you don't go with a Coachella artist. It's not a touch.
Where's he from, Pepe?
Dominican Republic.
Dominican.
Yo, when you see Lazarus in sports, that's crazy.
All right, so we got the tiebreaker. I do have a tiebreaker.
Who's in?
Everybody.
Oh, everybody's tied.
It's 4 across the board for everybody.
Is this
Five-way
a write
tie?
down?
Yeah, write down.
I'll give you guys paper, too.
Oh, this is nuts.
All right, everybody
I
got
don't feel
something to write
safe.
with?
Listeners, I don't feel safe.
Here, you can write on that.
Thank you.
There's a pen right there.
Yeah, my pen.
Okay.
All right. So, how many total artists will play at Coachella on day 2 only? On day 2, closest without going over. Day 2. Mace, you got a number? Everybody write down a number?
I got a
day
number.
2 only? All right, Mace, what number did you write?
30.
30. Pepe, what number did you write? I can't see that.
31.
31.
Oh,
O'Shea, what number
crap.
did you write?
43.
43. Brian, what number did you write?
I also wrote 43.
Ooh. And Parker, what number did you write?
45.
45. We do have a winner. Parker is the winner. 47. 47 was the actual number.
Parker Bell with the win.
Parker. There's usually about 50 per day.
Yeah, about 50 per day.
Damn.
And maybe me and DeAndre might be pulling up this year.
For
really?
Yo Gabba Gabba?
Yeah, for Yo Gabba Gabba specifically.
Oh, nice. Nice.
So, by the way, the score now, since Parker's on the board.
Right, that was worth 2, right?
That was worth 2. It's Greg 5, Mason 3, Trudell 2, Ireland 2, Laura 2, Pepe 2, Parker 2, Brian 1.
All right. A lot of points.
So, is it your game tomorrow?
Not a lot
No,
of...
it's I think it's Ireland tomorrow, me Wednesday.
So you can tie tomorrow.
Yeah, I can try to tie it up. Okay, hey, Brian, I got my sleeper parlay. You ready?
Let's
J.K.
hear it.
Dobbins, more than 47.5 yards.
Oh, I like that tonight against his former team, too.
Corey Dicker, more than 1.5 field goals.
Dicker the kicker?
Dicker the kicker. Mark Andrews, over 2.5 receptions.
Ooh.
Ladd McConkey, under 67.5 yards.
Ooh. Yeah, under.
Derrick Henry, 1 touchdown. Isaiah Likely, 2.5 receptions. Just put this in the bank. Put this in the bank. That's 16 times my money.
Let's
and
go.
Zay Flowers being disappointing as
Yeah, exactly.
As normal.
All right, we're going to take a quick break then. We got Shadano and Cap rolling in for some super crosstalk. Mason, Ireland, 710 ESPN.
Hey, it's Cappy. Smile at every mile with Ocean Subaru of Fullerton during the 2024 Subaru Share the Love event, where every Subaru purchase helps make a difference. Lease a brand new 2025 Subaru Crosstrek Limited for just $284 per month for 36 months with $39.95 due at signing. Looking to sell your car? We'll pay you cash on the spot at Ocean Subaru.
With approved credit through Subaru Motors Finance. Every new Subaru purchase or lease, Subaru will donate $250 to your choice of charities. Not all buyers or vehicles will qualify. VIN S37011888. MSRP $36,558. Fees for 36 months, 10K miles. Plus tax, tag, title, and dock fee. Zero security deposit. See dealer for complete details. Expires 11/30/2024.
Inspired by Southern California's laid-back yet active lifestyle, Travis Matthew creates premium men's and women's apparel designed to make you look and feel your best no matter the activity. Now, Travis Matthew brings that same style to USC fans with their first ever collegiate collaboration. Designed with the iconic Cardinal and Gold, this collection carries the tradition and legacy of USC. Gear up for game days in style. New customers get 20% off their first order with code 710 at travismatthew.com. That's code 710. Offer valid online only.
ESPN LA and Beverly Hills Orthodontics are teaming up this fall because we want to know who's smiling in SoCal. Go to ESPNLA.com and nominate who you think is making LA a better place. This can be a mentor, a teacher, a coach, a good Samaritan, a youngster who brightens your day. Tell us who's smiling and you could win some awesome prizes like sweet tickets from ESPN LA, Sonic Care electric toothbrushes, whitening treatment, and a grand prize of Invisalign from Beverly Hills Ortho. Enter now at ESPNLA.com and remember you're always smiling at Beverly Hills Orthodontics.
It's here, the Roger Dunn Golf Shop's Black Friday sale event with special savings in every department. Save on select TaylorMade, Cobra, Callaway, and Ping clubs. Save 20% off select G4 shoes, apparel, and bags. And get the Titleist holiday gift box of 2 dozen Pro V1 and Pro V1X balls for just $99. Don't miss the Black Friday sale happening this Friday through Monday. Roger Dunn Golf Shops by Worldwide Golf, proudly serving golfers since 1965 and home of the legendary 90-day satisfaction guarantee. Get there.
Hi, it's LeBron. The Lakers play here.
710 ESPN.
KSPN, Los Angeles.
A Good Karma Brands radio station.
ESPN AM 710 Los Angeles.
KRDC AM 1110 Pasadena, Los Angeles.
K256CX 99.1 FM Pasadena, Los Angeles.
It's the greatest segment in LA sports radio history.
Oh my God. When the shows come together for magic on the radio.
It will only grow stronger. Super Crosstalk.
Are we ready for Sedano and Cap to join Mason and Ireland?
Super Crosstalk begins.
Super Crosstalk. Presented by Coors Light. Coors Light. Made to chill.
It's time for Super Crosstalk.
That's what we do now.
For Cappy. No official Love Boat today, but O'Shea's hanging out, and we are joined now by Andy Kamenetsky and Shadano. They're going to be the afternoons here on 710 right now. And what's going on, George? Where were you this weekend? Were you doing
Stanford Cow?
Stanford Cow. Go Bears. Did they win?
They did win.
Nice.
In comeback fashion.
Yeah.
It was the Ramona Bowl, yes.
Very good. So,
oh, yeah, Sedano.
Yes, what's your question, O'Shea? Good to see you.
Good to see you as well.
Yes.
Do you think it is ironic that the Clippers play at the Intuit Dome and they can't get people into it?
Yes, there is some irony with that.
I love that for them.
all day for that line.
Yeah,
He walked in and told us that, and he saved it.
Outside of game one, there hasn't been a lot of people into it.
I love that for them.
I'll tell you, I had a friend, I had dinner Saturday with a friend who was in the wall.
It's a beautiful arena,
On the wall, he said the wall wasn't even full.
Right, I've been there twice. The wall was full opening night. And then the second time I was there, which maybe like a week or two later, was not as full.
Yeah, I mean,
because they vet people to sit there.
Right. Well, he just got a ticket and went. He wasn't really vetted. He wasn't like part of the Clipper club.
Well, there's a section that is like there's a certain point down.
Yeah.
Where you have to be vetted to sit in those seats. I don't know where he sat.
Well, how is this possible? Normally, people go to see a new building. I understand the team is sort of ordinary and they don't have great stars.
Have they played anybody that is worth visiting yet?
Well,
that's my question.
They played Philly the other night. That's not worth.
Right, they're not good.
They're
but
not
what I'm
good,
saying is, like, have the Celtics been to town? Have the Lakers played there? No, right? Like, so, like, some of the premier teams.
Orlando went there.
I think San Antonio was there, but Wemby didn't play.
Right,
he was out.
Playing, yeah.
Right, so I think some of that hurts too. Because look, when they were here, there was a lot of the other fans there too.
Yeah. Right.
You know?
Yeah, sure.
So, like, that's part of it.
They vet the wall?
Yeah, they vet it.
The lower
Phoenix?
section of it.
Yeah. I mean, how strict of a vetting are we talking? Like Secret
Very
Service
strict.
level?
No, they
Like,
have a
like,
search firm.
What are they?
It's a search firm. They're looking for fans.
Yeah, there's like a vetting process. I forgot the specifics. I remember I knew it that day.
You got to be part of the Chuck Club.
I mean, they'll check your social media, all that stuff.
Yeah, they will. They'll go through it. Yeah, do you want to apply?
Is OKC big enough with SGA?
They don't
Probably
really
not.
like travel well. Like I don't feel like when I go on the road, there's a lot of OKC fans everywhere.
Yeah.
There used to be a lot of Seattle fans that used to hate OKC.
Right.
Yeah. When I would go on the road with OKC.
Besides that, it's just Phoenix twice, and the Phoenix.
Yeah,
is
that's the
opening
thing.
night, and
Phoenix
that's it.
doesn't travel. They haven't had the Warriors in there, have they? Maybe once.
Nope, they haven't yet.
They've been on the road for the Warriors.
Golden State and Steph was there.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. That's the Warriors.
For the Warriors.
Yeah.
It's the Warriors. Sorry, I didn't hear you say Warriors.
So they were there once.
He's had a hard day.
It's been a long day.
It's been a long day.
They got
yeah.
Denver coming in on Sunday.
Denver doesn't really travel, but like I'm curious.
So if they need somebody who travels to fill the place, that is sad.
Yeah,
that is sad.
Yeah,
it's really on brand.
But is it really like that surprising? Like,
well,
I don't like crap on them. I'm just saying, like they don't have a huge fan base.
My sense is they did pretty good across the street.
Yeah, but I just think you're more centrally located. I think that's just like a random.
And going all the way to Inglewood
It's hard.
is crazy.
It's traffic
one
is
way
brutal.
in, one way out.
Traffic is rough. Like I'll tell you this, I get there hours before the game, and even when I'm getting there like at 4:30, there's plenty of traffic on Century. You know what I mean? Like, and any of the other ways you can get there. So it's not easy to get into, especially once the game is getting ready to tip. Tough part of town to get to.
But they averaged 17,599 people at crypto last year. It's like, and now they're filling half their arena.
Those numbers also don't usually.
I wonder what they.
add up.
I wonder what they report for this year.
Well, those are all tickets sold.
Yeah.
Those numbers you're reading are tickets sold. I bet you the number is fairly similar.
Yeah, like
if
at
I had
Dodger
to
Stadium, they don't actually get 4 million people in every year, but they sell 4 million tickets.
Right.
Same kind of thing.
And
I was there. There was 4 million people there.
Yeah, no,
for that.
Like
one.
I don't know what the expectation was though. Like the expectation was they were going to fill the arena with maybe at best like 10% of the basketball fans in LA are fans of the Clippers.
Bro, when you have an owner who is boasting as big as he does, you all right, show me. You're waiting to see this change that you said is going to happen.
Right,
over
but that
Los
doesn't
Angeles.
happen overnight.
Man, the way that he's been talking for year after year after year, you'd think they'd be
You
better than this.
I actually feel like they've done things considered, they've done a good
They
job.
have done a good job. Like if you go to rec centers around the city, like it's all Clipper branded courts, things like that. Like
Disgusting propaganda.
Right, but it takes time.
But-
it's like the way the Rams, they've only been back 10 years.
Right.
Like they are not
I mean, the
football
Eagles
culture
fans
yet.
just drowned everyone out
Well, I mean,
yesterday.
That's everybody.
That one
goes-
Super Bowl
everybody
winning
that
team.
plays
But
it
the
so
point
far.
being, I'm not being critical of the Rams. I'm saying it takes
just
time.
reality,
They were
right.
gone
It is reality.
for 3 decades.
Yeah, I mean, they just got here 8 years
How many
ago.
Ravens fans will be in the house tonight? At
Oh, a
SoFi.
ton.
Oh, yeah, they should fill that place out.
Right.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, that's just the reality. When you don't have one of those teams, like the Lakers or the Dodgers, you know what I'm saying? Like, and baseball, even there, like some nights at Dodger Stadium, if the Yankees are in town, there'll be a lot of Yankee fans, right? Like, but baseball's different. It's 162 games or whatever. But basketball's kind of gotten to that point, too, where it's like, it's not cheap to go, even though his is pretty cheap compared
By the way,
to the rest of
let
like
me
the
just
big markets.
add to that. So the cost for 41 home games on the wall is only $1,299. That's $32 a game.
Right.
That's
a
cheap.
really
That's a great
cheap
deal.
price.
But
Yeah.
actually, you can get like really good, like lower bowl seats, not on the wall, like in like the corners or something, for less than 20 grand a pair.
I mean, the walls should be cheap because let's be honest.
Right, you're standing a lot.
Well, you're kind of a day laborer
Yeah.
for the
Yeah.
Clippers.
You
like
are.
You're doing a lot of work for them.
Yeah.
So it ought to be cost control.
And by the way,
I don't
that
know how much
first
cost
game
the
at
30 to
least
52
Yeah, the
costs.
first game. I thought the wall
it's the
had
same
an
thing.
effect
on
the free
Kevin
throw
Durant
shooting.
and Devin Booker both
Yeah.
missed
Sure.
both missed free throws.
It looked wild back then.
Yeah,
It was like a college crowd.
It has the ability to be that.
Yeah.
yeah.
Does it
in
matter that
3 years.
Kawhi's hurt? He's not playing.
That
Paul
doesn't
George is
help.
gone.
That doesn't
You
help.
don't really like the way that James Harden plays.
That doesn't help. That doesn't help.
Norman
Like,
Powell's hurt, but that's not a big name to go see.
No, but he was playing. Look, I will say this. They are a scrappy team, like on the floor. Like they defend like hell. They're going to make you earn every possession. Ty Lue's still a really good coach.
But that's not exciting
Right.
to come to a
Exactly.
building for.
There's no reason.
Even
to
Kawhi
you're not
wasn't that
Memphis.
exciting when he was
No.
healthy.
I just think if you drop
He's
$2
a fun
billion,
guy.
you expect to fill the seats.
I mean, when you're worth 120.
I get that,
you know,
but still,
like-
$2 billion is
He owns the area. Like that's ultimately what this
right
is about.
because he's
He
got the
owns
forum.
right. He
He's
owns
got-
the.
He's got all the
Into
toilets
it.
in the world for that
He
piece
does
of
have
crap
a lot
team.
of
They're nice toilets, though.
And if you've been to Intuit, you
They're
know
really pretty.
he did not He did not skimp on toilets. I mean, there really are toilets at every turn.
And I'll tell you this, right? Isn't there a
shelf, the urinal shelf. They have a urinal shelf. Every place should have a urinal shelf. So if you get a beer, and then you go to the can,
I'm with you. I'm with you.
Well, that's genius.
It's a gimme. It's perfect.
Balmer, you all right?
I'm gonna appease to your Hollywoodness in a moment.
Okay.
They got the best green room in any arena in America.
Really?
It's not even close.
Okay.
Like, this thing is huge. It's badass. It's actually, technically, there's two right next to each other. Like, they have not skimped on, like, the luxuries. The players' locker rooms, both sides. Like, the opposing locker room is nicer than some home team locker rooms I've seen.
Yeah.
So, like, they've done a nice job with a lot of that stuff. And I'll be honest with you, I think that every player I've talked to, like, marvels at the place. They're like, this place is badass.
I'm sure the locker rooms are beautiful,
Yeah.
all that stuff.
How's the media room?
But that will attract. I haven't been into the media room.
I'll be there January 6th when WWE makes the move to Netflix. I got to be there for the show.
Nice.
Okay.
And then Thanksgiving weekend of next year, it's going to be back for Survivor Series with WWE.
Yeah.
And those are the only times I will probably be
Can you
there,
pump
so.
your wrestling show?
Absolutely. The
Go
No
ahead.
Contest
Yeah.
Wrestling Podcast.
There you go.
There you go.
Absolutely.
I have a request for you.
A request, okay?
I was in the car at 1:15 picking up Jersey Mike's.
All right.
And you did an Ireland voice.
It was very
yes.
funny.
Can I hear the Ireland voice one more time?
Yes. Bronny James can learn more from sitting next to his dad on the bench than he can playing for the South Bay Lakers.
Now,
Ireland.
You forgot the bird.
Whose voice is better? Your fake Ireland or DeAndre's fake Funches?
Oh, no.
The Funches
No,
is
the
because
fake
the
Funches is
thing
amazing.
is like a whole physical. I mean, like.
Go ahead, fake Funches. What do you think?
Man, I mean, I think it's the fake Funches, man. Yeah, man. I mean, the Lakers are. I mean, they got to figure it out, man.
That is so
Talk
funny.
about
That's
about
better.
the wall.
The mannerisms are pretty good.
Oh, the mannerisms.
Mannerisms are pretty
So
good.
it's I want to wish Juan a happy 50th birthday. It was
Juan.
Saturday.
Happy 50th.
Big Juan.
And you know what we did on Friday night?
Got down?
Oh,
you went to see Adele?
Yeah, I went to see Adele and then got down.
Oh, okay. Good for you. How was Adele?
It's been such a personal show.
It was one of the greatest shows
She's
I've
an
ever seen.
amazing performer.
It was her voice is incredible.
It's like an angel.
She sang for 2 solid hours.
Yeah.
It was just the staging was spectacular.
Yeah.
It was the second to last night of the ending of her residency.
Oh, nice.
So the tickets cost a little bit.
Yeah.
But it was completely worth it. And years from now, we
Yeah.
will not remember what we paid for the tickets.
No,
we
you
will
remember the
only remember
experience.
seeing Adele.
Was there any songs that
getting down.
you didn't hear that you wanted to hear?
No, she sang everything.
Where
Everything.
is she? Where is her residency?
The Caesar's
Caesar's
Palace, where
Palace.
It's over now, right?
Celine Dion. Yeah, her
was
last
the
night
F1
was
stuff
Saturday.
going on while you were there?
It was, but it was on the other side of the strip, so
Okay.
we didn't see any of the. You could hear it,
Right.
but you didn't see any.
Oh,
of it.
okay.
So loud. It was
Yeah.
by the Sphere. It was pretty cool. They were going around
Yeah,
the
I saw it.
Sphere. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it looked really cool. Although people who are F1 fans tell me it's not really a great race, that there aren't a lot of good viewing perspectives.
No, I would imagine not the case.
And also, a lot of F1 fans don't like the street races that are like
Right.
that. There's not a lot of places to actually pass anybody.
Yeah, but I would say Adele and Beyonce have the 2 greatest voices of. I won't say my.
I will say
lifetime,
this: you go old school Mariah Carey, and she's in the conversation.
but she could make dolphin sounds.
I mean,
back in the
she
day.
really could. Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
she was doing
yeah.
that.
That was a
She
good
was
dolphin.
talking to dolphins.
Yeah, she was.
Thought one was in the room.
And then Luis Miguel changed everything in her
Ireland
life.
and
I
Yes,
feel like
yes.
she dated Luis Miguel, and then everything went like sideways.
So
after that.
we went to see Mariah Carey, and I got to tell you, it was an awful show. This was probably
not that long ago, I'm guessing.
It wasn't that long ago, but her heels were so high that when she moved stages, they had to pick her up and move her to a different stage.
You had 2 guys just come
They
by
plopped
and
her down.
Guys that were actually
Well, do you
carrying her.
remember
That's an android.
a couple of years ago on a New Year's, she had
She had
couldn't
a
sing.
full- yeah,
Oh,
she
man.
could
She
not
couldn't sing. It was crazy.
And she was singing her big song.
Right.
Yeah.
Blah, 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 Christmas.
Right.
Isn't that her song?
Yeah.
Blah, blah,
All I
blah,
want for
blah.
Christmas.
All I want for
Blah,
Christmas is you.
Yeah, all I want for Christmas is you. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we were talking about the Rams last night. You mentioned
Not
the
good.
Eagles fans. Here's what else. This is why I don't feel bad about it.
Poverty franchise.
I think the Eagles are probably one of the best 3 teams in football.
Yeah.
Well,
They
definitely one of the top
are
2 in the NFC. Yeah.
Great. I mean,
Yeah.
I would be shocked if it breaks right. it seems like Lions-Eagles would be a hell of an NFC championship game.
Yeah, and are you saying the Rams are a poverty franchise?
No. I'm talking about that one Super Bowl winning team, the Philadelphia Eagles.
Oh, DeAndre's squad. DeAndre, what do you got to say about your squad?
I'm only doing this because he has it on.
It's all good. I ain't got nothing to say right now. I mean, it's true. They only have one Super Bowl.
I thought you were going to talk about the Raiders when you were talking about a poverty franchise. That's why.
No. My poor father.
Yeah.
But I think, look, last night was not must win for the Rams.
Yeah.
This Sunday is. If they don't beat New Orleans, the season is over.
Oh, no question. I mean, first of all, New Orleans is terrible.
A terrible team. You got to win the. You got to win the bad ones because Buffalo's coming in next.
Yeah, the schedule does not break their way necessarily. This might be one of those years you're just like, it's the beginning. They were never really to get a roll going because the beginning of the season was so bad for them.
But they're only a game out of first.
I know, but the division stinks.
The division, right? But I'm saying they can get there because the division stinks.
Right, but do you think that they're actually going to do anything?
I want them in the playoffs.
Okay,
you just want them to be in the playoffs just
so
to be
full
there
of
because they're not going to go
Although
anywhere.
I'll
That
say
offensive line's not going to
it's
hold up
already
against a good
a
team.
win because we do.
I hope so.
We do pay for
I
season tickets.
love McVay. So.
But the fact that they're still alive and playing for something at the end of November,
It
at
helps.
the beginning of December,
In
makes
the hunt.
it worth. In the hunt.
They're in that category
That's
right
it.
there. When you go, when you look at on ESPN and NBC and CBS and Fox, in the hunt.
Yeah, the game.
They're
still,
in the hunt.
The game still means something,
Yeah.
which is good.
Right.
And Philly just destroyed them.
Yeah.
Philly is so.
They're just
really
way
good.
better.
And Saquon Barkley is just unreal.
Yeah.
Yeah, such a great player.
Yeah.
300 all-purpose yards last night was amazing.
How did Greg do today?
I don't know. Oh, on the show?
In the big chair.
You bodied it.
Well, it's Mason O'Shea, along with our chippy friend Greg.
Yeah.
Is this
that how it went
by the
today?
way, I think this is the last time I have to say it today, but Sedano and Cap is the best show on the radio.
I didn't know what had happened and why you were saying that. But then I saw on Instagram why you were saying it. So now it makes sense. Although I do think the irony is that complains about Sedano and Cap in his sphere, and that he has to say it as one of the people that probably always complains about Sedano and Cap.
Are you always complaining? What do you have against Sedano
I
and Cap?
sit with Cappy all the time, and he actually says like, "Oh, you're my co-host," where you're saying, "Oh, you're just a chippy little guy on the corner over there."
Yeah.
Well, no, it's a difference.
He
That's what I
sounded like
on the
the
show.
You're Fake Ireland there for a second.
You're
actually.
working your way up. You're working your way up.
Right.
All right, we're gonna
the
call
way
it.
up.
We're gonna call it quits.
Yeah.
Shay, it's great seeing you, man. Thanks for
It
coming.
was great
in.
seeing you.
Absolutely.
I
good
only
seeing
usually
you
get
guys.
texts. It was good to see you in person.
Yes. Make sure everybody goes to see Den of Thieves 2 Pantera
Yes.
January.
And by the way, I wish Cappy would have been here so you can ask him about some of his, like quirks, let's call them,
Yes,
as you like to
I
say.
missed the untitled document.
Yes.
Cappy.
Yes. All right, we'll see you tomorrow. Me and who? Ireland tomorrow.
Ireland tomorrow and
Ireland
Wednesday.
And Fake Ireland.
And Fake Ireland.
You need to do
yeah.
Fake Ireland for Ireland.
Oh yes, I absolutely.
You should do it.
I absolutely will do that.
There you go.
All right. See you tomorrow.
710 ESPN.